All right. Welcome everyone to session 6 of Tooth and Claw. Last week we had the proclamation of Orion Ranos, the new emperor of the continent of Kenor. Additionally, Calgus and Artie had a heartwarming moment where they taught each other about explosives, made a couple of IEDs, and really kind of just started going crazy on the inventing of the issues. In that time, between some of Vena's sleuthing and Calgus's blundering, you guys discovered Ninth, hidden in Artie's basement. Ninth is a high priestess of Hadro who is also engaged to Artie. She is a minor priestess, so it seems like Artie spirited her away when things started getting a little executy. Finally, while you guys were silvering weapons in preparation to go fight werewolves, Vena got a small cut on her finger, leading to a slight transformation before she transformed back to herself. We pick off back where you guys left off, preparing to go take the quest and help the goblins. Yes, Chelsea.
One thing I meant to ask you
Mhm.
in between sessions.
Yes.
But is it safe to assume that if I also add my blood to my arrows, that it will make them even more effective against the werewolves? Is that what you're getting at with the little?
Yeah.
Because changeling, like.
Yeah, specifically changeling blood is poisonous to shape changers.
Sick. So I will be doing that, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kyle.
More carefully this time.
Roll me 3d20.
Oh, okay. I don't have my dice out yet.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't either.
I'm not a big fan.
I'm uncomfy.
A 2.
That's either good or bad for us.
2. Okay.
Another 2.
He
Okay.
had the bad rolls today.
We don't
A
know if it's good or
19.
bad.
Oh, okay, I take it
A
back.
19. All right.
Fuck that dice. Get the fuck out of here.
Kurin, you took a couple of fights in the pits. The first two, you all wondered where Kurin was. The first two definitely didn't go your way. You got a little banged up. But it was not a round robin style elimination bracket. It was more of a tournament bracket. And in the end, you ended up coming out with a pretty decent win. You pocket 20 gold.
Yeet.
What?
Gold.
Nice.
Money.
Alright.
Cash.
And also, Kurin, it's probably safe to assume the group has kind of filled you on what's happened as far as some of the other stuff while you were off fighting.
Someone was living in her basement.
Mm-hmm.
If you get a
Fucking
chance to watch the
walls.
recordings, it was some it was dope.
No.
I said if you get a chance, is what I'm saying. Like.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ninth has such, I am going to go ahead and change that. Ninth has since started cooking in the kitchen, kind of staying out of sight. Some of her notable deftness with a knife was initially concerning, but the party decided, fuck it. And she has a tendency to boss Artie around a little bit.
I bet he likes it.
It's probably
He's feeling
good for him. Yeah.
Fuck off.
As you guys are kind of preparing, Artie will just candidly, he's like, is there anything I can do? Do you need anything?
I'm gonna ask if the healing mushrooms that I gave him, if they're ready.
The healing
The-
mushrooms or the healing
bag of-
mushrooms?
The bag of mushrooms that I gave him.
Yes.
yeah.
You gave him one bag, or how many bags of mushrooms did you give him?
I'm trying to remember how much I had. I think it was just a single bag.
Single bag? Okay. I'm gonna roll an
No,
alchemy check.
it was two. It was two.
It was
Sorry.
two? I'm gonna roll a couple alchemy checks for Artie.
Okay.
All right. Iris, he goes, oh yes, I think you'll be rather pleased with that. He hands you one potion of healing, and then you're kind of expecting a second potion of healing, and he holds out a vial that's slightly bigger. Some of the mushrooms you gave me were actually much more potent than I initially thought. The second vial is a potion of greater healing.
Yay!
So you can go ahead and throw those in your inventory.
Thank you. That's about it for me.
All right.
Yeah, nothing that I can do or need at the moment, I don't think. Because nothing we made yesterday is transportable quite yet. Safely.
Artie will kind of pause and be like, well, he'll hand out a small little cylindrical tube and hand it to you.
I'm terrified, but I'm here for it.
He'll be like, okay, so that one, here, just hand it to me quick, Calgus.
Okay.
Takes it, shake, hands it back to you. Calgus, this was like the same kind of containers you guys were building bombs with the other day. Artie will kind of hold up a finger and be like, proof of concept. He'll take another one out of his pocket. He'll twist it. You hear a fuse start going inside of it. He throws it and shuts the door. There's a loud explosion. He opens the door and there's a couple of silver coins. These ones are copper coins embedded in the wood and embedded in the courtyard.
Perfect. Grenades.
Dude.
Yeah.
A singular tube grenade?
Singular tube grenade. Yep. So,
That's dope.
quick note on the tube grenade. So, it is a grenade. It's got a 6-second timer. So once you throw it, it's around before it detonates. Or
Okay.
once you arm it, it's around before it detonates. Essentially, Artie will tell you, you twist it, it breaks the fuse, or rather, it sparks the phosphorus on the top, igniting the fuse inside, which then detonates the gunpowder. And the one that's not a proof of concept is filled with silver coins. It is going to do... So, it's a dex save 15. Full damage is 6d8 on a failed save. On a successful save, it's going to be half damage.
Okay.
Yep. I need you guys to know Artie hit a nat 20 on his alchemy check and a nat 20 on his tinkerer's check.
I love Artie for that.
Thank you, Artie.
What is its effective range? Like, how long is it a 30-foot throw?
Blast radius 30 feet.
Like 3-0.
Yeah, so I shouldn't say. The diameter of the blast is 30 feet.
Okay. And then how far can I throw it?
It is going to be an athletics check to throw. It's not terribly heavy, but it is slightly heavy. If you beat a 10 athletics check, you can pretty much chuck it 50 feet. And for every 5 past that, you can chuck an additional 20 feet. So.
Interesting. So I have to roll. I have a +0 to athletics. So.
Correct.
You and me both.
But remember,
+7.
this does not detonate right away.
Yeah, I
So
can
you
always just
could-
place it and run.
Correct. That is also an option.
Or I have Steel Defender, place it and run.
Guys, I need you to know that I rolled all of my d20s to kind of see their like juju.
How they
tonight.
feeling?
All but 3 of my d20s rolled a 16 or higher. And I have
This is unfair.
10 d20s, right? So like 7 of them rolled 16 or higher, and then I rolled again, and I had 3 of them again roll. It's 18 and higher. I had a couple nat 20s, so I've got my
Let's see
good juju
these.
dice.
That's a nat 20 on one of them. That's an 8. Okay, well, I know which one I'm using.
Yep, you got to test the juju.
I just used all my good luck on that. Fuck. Anyways.
Okay, so I got that down and ready.
All right. Artie will look apologetically at you, Kurun and Vina, and just be like, I didn't develop anything for you guys. I'm sorry.
I didn't give anything to you. I didn't expect anything.
Yeah, I know, but like, giving out things, I feel bad. But if you bring me stuff, I can try.
My mother's calling me. I'll be back.
Okay. You guys take some time. It is morning that next day. Is there anything anybody else would like to do to prepare?
Other than
information-
preparing my arrows, I don't think
Yep.
there's...
Other than silvering your arrows are silvered. All the weapons are successfully silvered by Calcus and Artie.
Is there anything that I would have kind of in reserve that would be useful? Like that I know would be like especially useful against werewolves?
Aside, give me a luck check.
Oh, actually, this one rolled the best. My tiny one.
Your
So I'm
tiny
gonna
die.
roll my teeny tiny d20. That's a 19.
A 19 on a luck check. Okay. All right.
Putting Mason on the spot.
It's true. I'm trying to think what you would have access to.
I know, that's where I'm just like, I don't know. But it was mostly just me asking because I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, so kind of thinking around, you have some things that your family, you don't personally own, but your family has access to.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking back at it and racking your brain, at your safe house, there's a couple of artifacts kept there, and it's kind of like on a checkout system where you take like one or two and you either put some money down or promissory notes or like favors. To get these things, it's pretty touchy. But you do remember that you have a wand of Moonbeam back at your hideout. Moonbeam. It's got 2
Yes.
charges on it. Recharges every day. 1d4 minus 2. So it's not the most reliable for recharging, but it's fully charged right now.
Nice.
So this is what we call Mason figuring out a way to deal with the fucking wild shaper.
No, we're going to go fight werewolves.
But
yeah,
but
I
if
know
Kyle's,
we're gonna go fight werewolves.
but if Kyle's in the moonbeam,
I
You have
know
to make-
wild shape.
he has to con save to not get knocked out of wild shape.
It's a very potent artifact that is very good against shapeshifters
True.
of all kinds.
It is based.
I think there's a reason why you have it, Chelsea.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably.
All right, Iris, did you have anything else you wanted to do?
Nope.
Your weapons are successfully silvered. All right. In that case, I'm gonna say, Kurin, would you allow your weapon, your axe, to be silvered?
Yeah, I would have done that.
Okay, cool.
If I knew that we were going and fighting.
Yeah,
werewolves,
100%. I kind of calculated that into the amount of silver that would be used.
Yeah.
Not that big of a deal. Alrighty. You guys will have to stop by V's house in order to pick up that wand. I'm just gonna say, Artie gets you some provisions. It'll be about 3 or 4 day journey out to where the Goblin Village is, and you guys can be on your way. V, as you roll up to your house, give me a perception check, quick.
Yeah, so say you're muted.
Yeah, sorry, it's because I was typing. Okay,
Mhm.
perception. Ooh, was not as good. And that is going to be a 9, unfortunately.
A 9. With a 9, you notice that there's a letter that has been slipped under your door. You pick it up. You don't initially recognize anything. You flick it on a table. You go down to your room, grab your wand, and
Hmm.
leave out the front door. You
Can
get
I
letters
not
all
look
the
at the
time.
letter? Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
if you want to look at the letter, you can look at the letter.
I'd like to look at the letter.
Okay. You look at the letter. Once again, it's kind of a list. This one's construction materials. It's wood, nails, chandeliers. It's a cipher. You break it down, read it, and it says, "We are concerned about the amount of money you are spending without seeing gains politically or information-wise. Understand that you are being watched. This is not a threat. Respectfully, somebody who gives a fuck."
Okay. I'm assuming so from someone in my family they're upset. That's what.
Correct.
Okay.
Your family can sometimes they don't like to sign things, but
Mhm. Mhm.
in general, this might be one of your brothers or even your father.
Mhm. Okay, cool. I am going to leave some of like the money that like kind of extra, like not just
Mhm.
leave behind the little bit that I would for the wand, but some more of my earnings from like the job we just did. And then leave behind in kind of like the same cipher, just saying like I believe there is much to be gained. This is, a useful investment.
As you write that, you notice one of your brothers has a tendency to put little notes on the back as well.
Mhm.
Once again, encrypted. This one is a little more heavily encrypted. It takes another half minute to kind of break out, and it
Mhm.
says the Allocrests are not to be trusted.
Okay.
That is one of the great houses.
Mhm.
Vina would easily be able to recall.
Yeah, it's one of the 3, right, that are kind of still.
Yep. Well,
Okay.
all the houses are still
But have
viable
kind
and
of
fine.
risen to
Risen
like.
in status significantly recently. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
You leave your note. Off you go.
Sounds good.
All right.
Go kill some werewolves.
You guys begin traveling through the thick jungles to the north of the city. Go ahead. I need 3 high-low, good-bad Mius.
I'll do it. I'll do one.
Okie doke.
High is
I'll-
good for me.
You
I'll
want
do
one?
that too. High
Okay.
is good for me too. We'll see.
Oh.
I'm gonna do one with low is good for me.
Oh,
Kyle, you want to do it?
No.
And then it occurs to me I said north of the city. I meant south of the city. I
South.
apologize.
Good old smack dab of in the middle 9.
9.
that's a
okay.
19.
So I did a low is good for me, and I haven't rolled yet.
Okay.
That's a 2.
Okay. So
I rolled one of my
9,
bad 2 dice.
19, but Chelsea said low is good for me. Understood. All right.
Yeah.
All right. All right. All right. You guys walk into the jungles with Kurin's expertise and the party's kind of deftness in moving around. It's not too troublesome to dodge the large monsters and beasts that roam the area. smaller ones you come into contact with, but nothing that poses a significant danger. Typically, things will either scurry away, or you guys will dodge the bigger things that loom in the forest. As on the first night, as you go, nothing extraordinary happens. Camp is quiet. Um, Everything kind of goes as it should. About 3 a.m. at night rolls around. I need everyone to make me perception checks.
Ah,
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright.
good job, guy. Go team.
Yeah.
Okay.
wait,
Um,
oh, am I
You
the
guys
only
come
one
out
that
pretty
actually
fine.
rolled well?
Unnatural 20.
For once, I'm not the
Alright.
one that rolled shit.
Please.
You guys are sleeping pretty soundly. Iris, you were on watch. Um, as you're, 3 a.m. is not a great time to be on watch. You're a little drowsy, a little tired. Had just been sleeping, so that you weren't, you weren't vibing, and that probably wouldn't be a good idea, um, considering you have to guard the camp. As you were sitting there by the crackling fire, um, the soft wind blowing through the jungle canopy, you hear a soft sound. A sound you wouldn't normally think to hear in the jungles. The sound of bone rolling over bone and the sound of a wooden cup being shaken. Um, it's off in the forest. What would you like to do? Also, give me a history check with
Okay.
with advantage.
With advantage?
With advantage.
Ooh-wee.
Oh, some fey shit.
That is a 19.
19. Iris, you know this to be the sound of dice being cast.
Ah, damn, yes.
Okay, I am going to quietly wake up the rest of the party and kind of pull a Vina when she wrote it out and just alert them of what's going on. Because I'm not fucking with this right now.
Sure. You alert the party, and as the party awakens, I assume you kind of tell them what you heard and where you heard it.
Yes, yep.
The party hears nothing. And indeed, the sound has seemed to disappear.
I just look like a fucking crazy person. Fuck.
Iris is all looking a little cuckoo.
I guess I'll just ask, like, what everyone wants to do, hoping that they just believe me. If they want to believe me, fuckers. Just
I'm just
ask
gonna go
what we
back to
should do.
bed.
Lovely.
And Calga's just gonna go right back to sleep. Shit happens in the jungle. It's okay. As long as we keep one
Her and
person up,
Vina?
it's not a big deal.
I mean, Vina is already pretty, like, on her guard, right?
Mhm.
I think she's more likely to believe that Iris did hear something. And that whatever made the noise then saw all of us wake up. So I think Vina will stay up and watch.
All right.
Even just for a little bit.
I'm just gonna pull out my weapon just in case. I'll pull
Alright.
out my short bow. And I'm
Okay.
also just gonna go teeny tiny, take off my bag if I have it
Okay.
on.
You take off your bag.
Fuck you!
Um,
I hate you!
you guys stand watch. Anybody who's standing watch, give me a perception check.
You hate me. You truly are deciding to fuck me over because one of these times. That's not great.
Does
Well,
my Steel
I can't
Defender get
spell.
one?
What'd you say?
Does my Steel Defender get one?
Sure, Steel Defender can have a perception check.
Ooh. Yeah, 22.
22.
Oh my fucking god.
The honey badger just don't care though, you know?
The night passes without any great event. In the morning, as you guys are kind of getting ready, Steel Defender goes and he pokes over by where Iris said she had heard stuff. In about 30, 40 feet from your camp, so a little farther than it sounded that night, Steel Defender comes across a tree that's probably about 30 to 40 feet around that had been hewn off cleanly. The trunk is still laying next to this stump. The stump is about waist height, and there is a small log that is pulled up kind of as a stool.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I will
Someone-
absolutely not sit on that stool.
Absolutely not.
Someone wanted to play a game of dice.
That's a fade trap if I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. Don't fuck with Faye.
True. No, don't fuck
Shut
with
up.
them.
Are we wrong?
You're gonna look at me and tell me
You
that
tell me
I'm
that I'm
wrong?
wrong? Yeah, we don't fuck with Faye. No.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Guess
The
I'll go
party-
fuck myself. Sorry.
The party decides it is wiser to leave it, leave some things be, and you guys press on in the light of the day. As you guys travel a little further, about midday, you reach a river. Not one of the main thoroughfare rivers of the continent, but one of its many, many tributaries. You reach this river and you start traveling along it. It's going to be, you've gone south, it's going to be a day more east as you go to the right. Evening starts approaching fast, and it's kind of time to decide whether or not to make camp. Everybody give me perception checks.
So
Why do you
perception
fucking
checks.
hate me? You have it out for me today, I guess.
I like perception checks.
My dice don't.
Does Steel Defender also get one?
Um,
Or no,
sure.
since I am rolling.
I'm going to say you're rolling, so Steel
Okay.
Defender does not get one.
I take back anything mean that I've said to you, Mason.
Uh-huh.
I don't.
Okay. Okay, I see.
I have
So
a high perception, but I'm not rolling that once, so.
when the dice betray you, it's my fault. When the dice are good, it's like, oh, I'm sorry, Mason.
Correct.
Ooh.
Mason,
Oh,
wait.
And then when your dice are good, it's that you hate us.
That's true. Vina, you're kind of like in your head about what it could mean about the Alacrest and stuff like that. So it doesn't, you don't quite notice right away. The rest of the party, this river that's been kind of gurgling, and going along at a pretty decent pace. It's certainly not like the Mississippi, like speeding down, but this river is certainly not just like trickling. It's rolling pretty good. Suddenly, the sound of water stops
Don't like that.
abruptly. And as the rest of the party looks at the river, you can see the water seems to be frozen. Little droplets in the air hang there, and it doesn't move. Yes, Mika.
I know, I'm just putting my hand up as like a whoa. No question.
Mhm.
I don't like that. We don't need to cross the river, do we?
No, you're traveling alongside of it right now.
So is it cold then? Like, did temperature drop?
No. Oh, go ahead and give me a perception check.
9.
9. Not that you can tell, but the heat, the sun is still beating down. It's probably about 6 o'clock ish right now. But
Trying to think.
Don't know what this could be, and I don't like that.
Did I do, I guess, an Arcana check?
yeah, sure. Give me an Arcana check.
Just trying to figure this like also the Fae for some fucking reason. That is a 16.
A 16. With a 16, Mika, you're not immediately sure if it's Fey in nature.
Okay.
But time warps and places where time stands still at certain times typically indicates large events of magic are either happening, have happened, or this time and this magic has some significance to the location. So certainly magical, certainly powerful, but it's like one of those things where it could like mean a bunch of different. It could mean several different things, but all of which are not necessarily great.
Okay, so you said this is like. Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
No, you go.
You said this has something to do with time.
Correct.
Like, okay.
Because the river has full stopped. Like the water that had been like droplets spraying are like still in the air, frozen.
Oh,
The water is not running; it is stock still.
Okay.
I was
it's
gonna
still
say,
water.
I'm
It's still
assuming
water.
they would.
It's
yeah.
not ice. Ice.
It's
I
not
will-
ice. I
I-
apologize.
No,
yes.
that's okay. It's good.
It's frozen as
I
if
have-
Frozen as
caught
in
in like the
stopped.
picture. Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Do I have an idea of if? Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, I'm assuming that even though I didn't notice, they made me aware because
Yeah,
they
of course.
noticed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Could I roll an Arcana check?
Yeah. Go ahead.
And then, so Mika, and then you do your thing.
I
Okay.
was. Yeah.
You're looking for a 25.
Well,
Damn.
that's impossible. So.
You could crit.
Ugh.
Not if you don't try, Chelsea.
See, I can get a 19 and get it, so let's see what happens.
Mason.
Mhm.
You said 5, right? That's what I rolled.
Absolutely, Kurin.
So
Absolutely.
Mason, you said that I needed.
I rolled a 19.
Oh.
You
What-
said that I would
what
need
is-
a natural
what is
on the
that?
die.
A 19. I rolled 16 plus 3.
Brandon.
Okay.
So-
You said I would need a natural on the die, Mason.
Is it a
Don't
natural
worry.
one?
I rolled a nat 1
Calgus, you
for a total of
you,
7.
You kind of look again, and it's like that's probably like that's natural. Like that's
I wanna
probably
poke
like
it.
like sometimes like under rivers just run backwards.
Yeah, it's
like
true. It's
like,
true. Can I
eh.
poke it? See what happens.
You
Oh God.
sure can.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
I'll poke it.
You poke it. Are you poking it with your finger, or how are we poking it?
I'm poking it with my metal hand. See what happens.
With your metal hand.
Yeah.
All right. Calgus, yes, Mika.
I was just gonna say, do I know if it's just the river that's affected, or if it's like other areas around it, like with the time thing?
With your perception check, which was a 24, you look and you see like the grass is still blowing in the winds, the canopy is still. So it's probably something with this river. Also, Chelsea, with the 19, you kind of suss out the same thing Iris sussed out.
Okay.
25 was just to get like
Specifics.
more nailed down.
Mhm.
Like it's not like it's like you don't know what it is. Like this is timey-wimey bullshit. There's probably a significant event that occurred. Maybe like something's gonna occur. Hard to say. Calgus, you go to poke the
Yeah.
river. As you poke it, you feel your metal hand, which you have like sensors and like kind of like some like very rudimentary like neurons in, start locking up. Give me a dexterity saving throw to see if you can detach this hand
Fucking idiot.
as it starts to not freeze in the frozen sense, but freeze caught in time.
22.
22.
Oh,
Calgus, you're able to kind of like detach the hand just quickly and like step back, and the hand just stays put, kind of like finger touching in the river.
Cool. I'm down a hand.
You fucking idiot.
That's what Calgus does. Curiosity, man.
As as you guys are kind of watching Calgus and maybe berating him a little bit, from down the river, you hear just the sound of a thump, 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 thump.
Hate that.
I draw my revolver.
Corinne, go ahead and give me a history check.
Oh,
Me? Yeah.
Yep.
Where's the fuck's history? There's history. Good old +1, everyone.
Oh, my hand.
Oh, that's a 19.
With a 19, Corinne, the rhythmic pounding sounds familiar. And as you think back to your many fights in the pit, that can only be a spear or a halberd or a polearm slamming on the ground, inviting combat. The open beat of a challenge.
Ern is gonna walk towards that.
Oh, my hand.
Because I want to go fight someone. If they're challenging me, I'm going to fight them.
Hey,
I'm gonna
Chelsea, do you have-
follow behind him.
do you have
My
mage
short
hand?
bow out.
Do I have what?
Mage hand?
I sure do.
Can you mage hand my hand?
Yeah, I can try.
I want my hand back.
Mage
I
hand is
would-
a cantrip, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'll kind of just
I
hover behind
will-
Corinne, tiny. Sorry.
Yeah, I will try to mage hand his hand. That makes
Does
sense.
that work, Mason?
You mage hand the hand. Chelsea, give me a dexterity saving throw.
I didn't think I was going to do that to you, Chelsea. I'm so sorry.
What the fuck is happening?
Well, it could just be for the hand to grab the hand. Before
That
I
is a
Mm.
21.
All right. Chelsea, you kind of go and you have your mage hand grab Calgus's hand. And you start feeling not only your mage hand, but your own hands start to tingle a little bit. You quickly, like, instead of like fully grabbing it, you like smack Calgus's hand back. It tumbles backwards onto the ground. And your mage hand, like, your fingers are tingly, but like they're not frozen. But like that creep of like frostbite, like kind of that sensation of it's a little tough to move my fingers right now, like that's there without the pain of the cold.
So,
Interesting.
How's my hand look?
Your hand looks fine. It just looks kind of like seized up.
Like, is the magic still in it? Is it
Yeah,
still?
yeah, 100%. It's not been like demagicked.
Well, the bad juju magic, is that still in it?
Yes,
Ooh.
it's still very much seized.
Can I cast Detect Magic?
Yeah, absolutely. You can cast Detect Magic.
Because doesn't that give me... Oh yeah, it allows me, like, School of Magic, like...
Do you have to touch it for that?
No.
Nope.
It's,
Okay, I
my
wasn't sure.
eyes go over the
It's, like-
creepy, just, like, white.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You cast Detect Magic. This School of Magic is chronomancy. It's like a time stop almost.
Ray, did
But-
you forget the Brennan Lee Mulligan rant about chronomancy, right?
Yes, the most powerful magic in the world.
Exactly.
It's
Friendship?
love. No,
Fucking friendship.
Oh no, Mancy.
I said it on the first day of school. Kurin, you walk down the river, and that pounding sound just kind of gets louder and louder. As you break into the clearing, the river widens to almost like a pond or a lake, probably 300, 400 feet across. Standing in the middle of that lake
Oh.
is a figure clad in green, a floating arcane shield in
Oh.
front of him, and a giant spear in his hand. Two hands as the pounding on the water continues, and you can see every time he strikes the water, that reverberating sound that would typically be a spear striking like concrete or stone flagons. echoes through the jungle.
Player to GM, no
Yep.
fucking thank you. That's all I have is no fucking thank you.
But if,
Okay.
If we kill him, I get my hand back.
Are you? Yeah.
There's also something
We-
a fight we can't take.
I mean, yeah.
Do we know if the spell will reverse if he dies?
No.
Yeah, typically that's all.
If you
Typically,
want
okay.
if you want to give me an Arcana check.
Sure.
I
We
mean,
also
why are we? Oh,
aren't
like
100% sure if this is the person casting the spell.
I am rolling well today. Damn. Thank you, Kyle, for taking one of the for the team in the bad rolls with those twos.
Yeah, I rolled an 18 for my fucking history check. That's
You also started off with 2 twos,
I know.
so
An 18 for a history check? All right, okay, cool. 23 Arcana. All right, with the 23 Arcana, Mika, you kind of like, think about some of the Fey bullshit that's happened in your life, and just the Feywild in general, like being able to spot like where magic is like originating from and stuff. You get the sense that yes, this knight is the source of the magic anomaly. Like, you can see at like the far end of the river in the distance is flowing freely, maybe like 500 600 feet from this lake, but the area in like this guy's immediate like 500 600 feet is just all the water is frozen.
okay.
But the grass and stuff on the banks, the jungle canopies are moving normally.
So it's just the water that he. Don't love that.
Can I do a vibe check?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you get
AKA
Okay.
insight, right? Like, let's
yes,
get the
okay,
vibes
yes,
of, like,
yes.
what this dude's deal is.
Absolutely. Give me an insight check. Corinne, you said you got an 18 history.
No, that was for my last one. I didn't roll a history check for.
Oh,
No,
okay.
he's just making a comment about me saying he had
Yeah.
bad rolls.
Gotcha.
So Mason, I can assume that if I try to grab my hand again, I'm going to start seizing up again too from the chronomancy.
Might not. It might just be the hand is kind of seized up for now. Kind of vibe you're getting is the water is the thing.
So it's safe for me to pick up and put in my bag.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
do that.
probably safe. All right, so you do that. There's kind of you wince for a moment, but you don't freeze. Chelsea with a 22 vibe check. This guy is you might not be a pit fighter, but you know when somebody is looking for a fight. However, this is clearly a figure with immense magic, issuing a challenge, but he's not openly threatening you guys. And as you guys didn't come in like stealthy, like he's seen you, he's clocked you, but he's made no aggressive move forward.
She's kind of like, hey,
Mhm.
if you want this challenge, cool.
Fight.
Correct.
I'll leave you alone, though.
Well, maybe not leave
If
you
you-
alone, but additionally, his armor and his bearing, this strikes you as somebody who embodies chivalry and does not,
Hmm.
you know.
So, like, if we're not
Is-
looking for
is
a
it-
fight, he's not gonna, like,
Correct. He's not a
Yeah.
brigand.
Got it. I have a feeling if I say anything or warn the party of anything, they're not gonna listen. And Curran specifically is probably gonna do his own fucking thing. So
I know,
just
I'm like,
not gonna say shit.
I don't really want to tell the pit fighter that it's a
Ugh.
challenge.
What? Sorry.
He knows.
He
I'm
he-
fully fucking aware.
like he knows in a way that like even if you rolled poorly on that history check, like this is instinctively like looking at this guy is looking for a fight.
Right.
Like no roll necessary. Fighters see fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Calgus is gonna kind of walk up, kind of fiddling with his hand. He looks friendly.
Calgus, no.
I will say to Calgus, unless you're looking for a pretty intense fight, I would not approach.
Aren't we supposed to like grow our guild or something like that? We should see if he wants to join. I think that's a good idea. He looks really strong. That would be like really good for us. And then we can give him more fights. Like we can like set him up for fights.
So I will repeat what I said.
Yeah.
If you approach, he will assume that you're challenging.
I mean,
And this dude's strong.
it's certainly a safe assumption. You could talk to him.
Yeah. Calgus is gonna be like,
Just gonna yell.
"Hello."
There's an obvious pause as you like wave hello, your voice not quite carrying across, about 250, 300 feet, and just like kind of you see the knight like cock his head quizzically and then like wave at you.
See? He's good. We chill. I still have my hands. That's nice. My hand. So I'm assuming my hands like still like balled up, kind of.
Yeah, it's still kind of like in that like God touching Adam pose when you poked the river.
Yes. I mean, we could talk to him, see what he's doing, who he is. I feel like more information the better. If he's not gonna like, he waved back. He could have easily jumped us by now.
Vina will absolutely let you go talk.
Calgus is gonna go. He doesn't care.
Hmm.
Vina will keep her
I'm gonna
distance.
wave at him, and like he just kind of yell, "Can I step on the water?"
Don't step on the water.
If he
He'll,
goes in the water,
he'll beckon you. Just
if he tries to step on the water, can I fucking lasso him and pull him back? I have a rope on me.
sure. Give me a sleight of hand check, DC 15 to tie a lasso.
Oh, thank you. Sleight of hand, you said that is an 18.
19. All right. Now give me a ranged weapon attack as you attempt to lasso Calgus.
So you add your dex.
So I add my-
for clarity.
But you are not proficient with lasso.
So you don't add your proficiency modifier.
You just add dexterity, which I think is I don't remember. how much.
Probably pretty high for you.
Are you
Yeah, 4.
proficient with whips?
So just sadly no.
Okay.
So just D20 plus my dexterity. Is that
Yep.
what it is?
Yep.
I hate
That's
this fucking game.
That's a mood.
I hate this fucking game.
That one? Okay.
Hell
You roll in that one. Calgus, how do you deflect this thing?
I don't do anything.
Okay.
Skill defender just kind of.
This little honey badger, Mika, you see your throw is actually pretty good. It goes and it like is about to like get Calgus by like the neck and the head, and you just watch this little honey badger, which you kind of forgot about, jump up and just like Kareem and just spike it like.
Of course, only fucking me. Oh.
Calgus, your foot hits the water. And instead of stepping into the water, your foot just stops.
God damn it, Brandon.
And you take another step and you're able to walk on the water.
Cool.
Your steps causing ripples as you go,
Bird will
but you
100% be following too.
This is amazing. Like
yeah.
Calgus
I'm
is just like
getting
fully
Vina.
amazed.
Vina doesn't trust that shit. She's staying on the shore.
Vina-
Nope, me neither.
Vina and Iris are staying on shore. Okay.
Like I'll walk upriver towards him. Sort
But
of.
not on the
like
river.
too close, but absolutely not on the river.
No.
Okay. So he is standing in the middle, like the river is kind of given away to a lake, which leads to more river eventually. So
Mhm.
he's standing in the middle of this lake. So you can get on the shore, but you're still about 200 feet away from the knight that's in the center of this water. Oh, it's Kyle. Kurin and Calgus, as you walk on the water, you see this knight picks up his spear. He doesn't level at you, but he kind of puts it on his shoulder. As you guys get to like, I'm making sure Kyle doesn't have something to say to me.
Hmm?
Oh, never mind. As this. Oh. Different Kyle, sorry. Oh, my
I was
cousin.
so confused. I was like,
No, you're fine.
How many feet out did you say I was?
200.
200.
Damn it. Okay.
So, as Calgus, you and Kurin close the distance, this knight kind of puts his spear on his shoulder. You see a wave, and in a voice that's there's a moment where you just kind of hear like the deep rumbling of like a language. Do either of you speak Primordial?
yes, I do.
You hear like the deep thrummings of Primordial, Kurin. It's an ancient type of Primordial. Like there's like, there's English and then there's Old English. This is Old English Primordial.
Ye old
It's
primordial.
Ye Old Primordial. Go ahead and give me a history check, DC 10, to
Okay.
kind of like decipher it a little bit.
Yeah. 19 again.
19. With the 19, pretty easily you're able to kind of pick out the words. But essentially he's saying, who dares step forward to challenge me?
I guess I can't respond because I don't know what you
Yeah,
said.
it's just like you don't know what the fuck is being said.
Calcus's face kind of betrays confusion. And he looks at you, Kurin, who seem to clock his words, and he'd be like, does your friend not speak the mother language?
No, he doesn't. No, he's.
Ah.
I don't know what he is.
That may be inconvenient. One moment, please. You see,
But I can translate too, unless he's got shit.
Kurin will cast tongue. He'll cast tongues on himself.
Okay.
And just kind of repeat. He'll ask. I would have the names of those who challenge me.
This is a challenge. I'm more curious about who was standing out in the middle of the lake. I just thought it was cool. My name's Calgus.
Good day, Calgus.
What's your name?
What do you mean you don't know who I am? Have you not undertaken a great journey to reach this lake?
No, we just came down the road about a day and a half.
You just came down the.
About
He'll
day
kind
and
of
a
look at you, Kurin, and be like, "Is this true?"
We're doing a job for a guild and just kind of stumbled upon this.
Yeah, there's like a werewolf infestation like down the road. About a
You
half day.
you just see this guy, like he's wearing full plate armor, so you can't see his face, but you just see like him like going like.
His like posture just changes.
Like it just like it's not defeated, but like it's just like no, that's not right. You're supposed to embark on challenges and fight many beasts and make deals with angels and demons and reach this point. Are you just saying you stumbled into this glade?
Yeah. Like we saw some beasts back there, but they're pretty easy just not to avoid.
God. He says God, but you kind of get the feeling, Kyle, like the primordial gods are more like, earth, air, like he's more like speaking to older things than the concept of true gods. He'll just kind of rub his head and he'll be like, okay, all right. So you have no idea who I am?
No, sir. No, thank you.
Okay. I am the Green Knight.
Wait, is that Ryan Reynolds under there?
This is Brandon. This is Brandon.
I seriously thought, when he said all green armor, I'm like, didn't?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about that too.
I'm gonna open up the other notes. Continue on.
Well, okay, because he said fight many
I'm
fight
literally gonna
many
do a
beasts.
control F. By the way.
Fight many beasts and make deals with like devils and angels. Fucking Henry made a deal with an angel. Ed made deals with the devils.
Can
We
someone
fought-
Wasn't
explain
this
to
dude
me?
on our side?
We fought all of the beasts from the bad druid with the blood moon,
Oh.
and then
I
we
need
went.
an explanation.
We'll get there.
Oh. Let us
I-
cook for a second.
I'm at the stove. Let it happen. Let it
I'll just
happen.
freeze. I'll freeze. It's fine. I'll
And we
just
crossed
thaw
the
out.
ocean, but he's dead. And that's beforehand. But he died, right? We killed him. Well, he became undead because of the bitch, and then we killed him, and then Ed died.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when the moon turned green?
So
So okay, let's go. Let's wrap it back.
We gotta
Thank you.
rewind to like
Thanks.
very early.
thank you.
Let's
like,
rewind some
ending to-
time here real
So-
quick.
Mm-hmm.
So, one of our first missions is we stumbled across a village called Logale, who was having a bunch of animal attacks, like
Wasn't
dire
there an
animals.
NPC there that Chelsea tried to fuck too?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
No.
no, Caitlin.
Caitlin.
That was
Caitlin.
Caitlin.
It was
Caitlin.
Caitlin.
Thank
That's
you.
right.
Anyways,
Because
Um,
Kanika was a monk and didn't do that.
But so where was I? Oh yeah,
You
so
were
a bunch
talking
of
about
animals
Logale.
kept attacking, and this town like people were dying slowly and slowly, and so we decided to defend this village, killed a bunch of the
Blood moon.
beasts. The blood moon hit, and the beasts became stronger. We killed them. Realized there was a druid that was doing this, some evil druid. We chased her down. She split into multiple people or something like that. I forget exactly what happened. We lost her, but we saved the town. Flash forward a year in the campaign. Henry had left. My character had left, and our new character, we created a sea, and then we crossed that sea over to this part of the continent, and met this Green Knight in the ocean trying to find us, because he had been part of this great forest that was controlled by a dragon that we're trying to kill, but everything was being corrupted by this druid again over there, and he was slowly being corrupted. So he told us where to go. We eventually went there. He beat us back there in his corrupted form, and then we killed him. And like we were level 12, and we struggled.
hmm.
So, additionally, what I will say is the old Green Knight, if I'm not mistaken, from my notes.
Did it have to do with like the tree? Remember how there is a tree
Yeah.
that we were asking
It was
questions?
some-
Mhm.
And do you remember Guardian?
Oh my god.
Guardian was quite
Anyways.
upset. So
Oh yes.
yep.
Nathan was just typed in, "You be shitting me."
So the old green giant.
Green Knight, but yes.
Oh,
So-
Green Knight. Sorry, I'm thinking of the green giant.
No,
So-
that's funny.
So you guys are kind of confused. The Green Knight is mumbling to himself. Who wants to give me a metagame check?
I would love to. What am I
Give me
doing?
Give me a
Sure.
Calgus, give me a metagame check.
Just a flat D20?
Flat D20.
Oh, actually, I don't know where my dice bag is. I was gonna use my Banu die, but I don't know where.
It's all right. The
Oh.
spirit's there.
Same color as Banu. It's okay. Okay, 14.
14. With a 14, as Calgus and Kurin, you're listening to this guy, you hear him like he's clearly gone off the deep end. He's talking about fucking bullshit ocean, fucking bullshit tree, fucking dumbass adventurers, motherfucking the mantle of the Green Knight being passed to him.
So this is after.
And just through his mumbling, Calgus, rather Brandon and Kyle, you guys would remember in our first campaign, the Mantle of Gods and the Mantle of Powerful Heroes. are transferable.
Yes, they are. And yo,
And in death, the mantle can either go to the person who killed them, seek a worthy champion, but to Curran and Calgus, this guy's just going off the deep end, talking about things that have never happened.
I found it in the notes. Session 54, everyone, there's a picture.
fuck.
Hang on. Oh shit, that's the same picture. I just looked at General.
So
Yep.
My bad.
So DM to players, what this guy is saying is the mantle of heroes and gods are transferable.
It was past it.
Correct. Something that this continent might not necessarily be aware of. Anybody who wants to give me a religion check, give me a religion check.
I would
Mika,
love-
make yours at advantage.
Sure.
an advantage.
At advantage.
You guys want me to give a little rundown of what I have in the notes here?
If
Go
you
for it.
want to.
Is it Granog? Is that how we said his name? Granog
Then-
of the
It's-
Grove.
It's been a minute.
Religion.
Okay, anyway, Paladin of the Grove demands combat with Heros, who is supposed to be the powerful Paladin of the East. He is at least over 3,000 years old and has lived through 3 Paladins of the East. Heros engages in combat as the rest of the group catches up to join the fight. After 3 rounds, the Green Knight essentially ceases the fighting. We walk
We
him
beat the
back
shit
to
out of
our
him, didn't we?
camp. His chest is decaying. The Queen of the Grove is a dragon. Oh yeah, because he is protecting the dragon. That's right. And then Toriel was messing with shit.
Yep.
Toriel, that was the bitch's
Okay.
name.
Uh-huh.
So, anyways, religion checks.
So with a nat 20 Calgus and Miko with a 21, with that
Ooh.
21, you know that this plane is special. This plane is a plane that gods do not actively come to. Essentially, you would know that some gods are like multiversal travelers, but it's well known that powerful beings don't come to this plane. The powerful beings that are here and have been here and will continue to be here. Largely because this plane has some aspects of like prison world where it's actually a pretty hard plane to get to, even among Fey and even among like the Feywild and stuff. Like typically, if you really wanted to jump to a different material plane, it'd be pretty easy. This one takes a little finagling. You need a Fey portal to open up, or you need special magic to travel. That's why
Oh.
Artie's Callstone is it's a very potent magical artifact. But yeah, no, essentially, you know that in this world, when this world was first created, like at the dawn of its creation, it was created as a prison. That prison was sworn to be protected by gods. And during the time, in order to make whatever was imprisoned here less powerful, the gods themselves were weakened by just the atmosphere of this place. And over time, gods began to be killed and killed off. That's why, like, largely in Kenor, there's sun and moon worship. Like, there are no canonical gods here, whether that be because the god title has been so diluted, because every time a god dies, they lose power, or simply because this isn't a spot where the prison can break. Like, there's no sense in guarding this place because this isn't where the prison is vulnerable. So you kind of know that. Calgus, with that nat 20, yes, there are 100% gods. They are 100% killable. And you know, in the Underdark, it's not that uncommon to hear of old titles and mantles being passed around. It's not something like, oh yeah, I fucking saw like Loth the other day. No, it's not like that. But you hear stories of deep gods and heroes. There was a rumor that Orpheus was marauding around the Underdark, searching for dungeons and ever delving deeper to find his love. Just things like that. You hear rumors, you hear mumblings. But so what this guy is saying is kind of tracking. Vina, with an unnatural 20, you kind of get the same vibe as Calgus and Mika, or Iris rather. And Kurin with an 11.
Let's go. Big roll.
Like, maybe
You
Maybe
just
this-
look up at the sun.
maybe this guy's a god, maybe this guy's a hero. He's kind of just a dude standing on a lake in green armor. Like,
So when
It's-
he says that
it's
the roll
impressive.
got,
But
when he says that the roll got passed down to him, I'm just gonna overhear that and say, "Oh, congrats! That's awesome."
no, no,
heard a lot
God,
of-
fuck,
did-
no, stop.
Did you kill them for it? Did they give it
No,
to you? Did you earn it?
No, okay. I'm a little perturbed that you guys are not the heroes foretold in my prophecy. Fine. I inherited the title of Green Knight as a protector of the forest and the green, and kind of some of the goodness and of the world. No, I didn't kill anybody. I think I was merely deemed worthy. But so you've heard of me? You understand what the challenge is?
I haven't necessarily heard of you. I've heard of just titles get passed a lot of times.
Yes.
You
Okay.
know,
okay,
godhood,
okay.
all that
So,
jazz.
okay, so you're familiar with that.
Yeah, I get the
No,
concept.
not at
Okay.
all. No.
I have. Okay.
Uh,
I have been
Curran-
standing here for so long.
How long is so long?
I don't know. How long does it take for a river to erode a mountain? Because you see that fucking hill over there? It used to be a lot taller.
Can I do like a straight, just like intelligence check to like?
Make an Arcana check.
18.
With an 18, Arcana, kind of like thinking it through, this guy probably experiences time a lot differently than you do.
Oh, because the
Um,
time's slow. Yeah.
Correct. And kind of from what he said and stuff, it seems like he might not only be frozen in time, he might move laterally in time as well.
Mm.
So he could have been here for 5 minutes in a sense.
Could have been here for 5 minutes, could have been here for 500 years in the past. Either way, he seems like his brain isn't quite all there. Like,
So he himself mentally has been here for a long time.
correct.
Physically,
It
on our
might
timeline might not be.
it might have not been a long time, but it seems like he might like appear and then disappear in accordance with
Mm.
something.
Would I know in what accordance that would be? Would it be like times of day, times of the year, people actually
I was
approaching?
gonna say a trigger. event.
With an 18 Arcana check, and since you were trying to use intelligence anyway, it is perfectly 6 o'clock right now. If you want to give me a history check, you may.
Yes, I would love to.
Wibbly wobbly.
15.
15. 6 o'clock is widely known as the dueling hour. It's the hour when the sun is kind of setting. People with beef will fight.
See, it's like the high noon.
Yeah, it's essentially culturally high noon here.
It's
Alright, so you just
high noon.
You show up
Sorry.
here that it is 6 o'clock every day. Then
Um,
it's probably what's happening to you with all your chronomancy. You probably just blip in and out of existence every. For you it's consistently, but you've been here at 6 o'clock every day. Has the sun ever set for you? Has it always been day? I'm about to fucking blow this man's mind.
he'll kind of pause and he'll be like, "The sun has never moved."
Yeah, so you are here at 6 o'clock every day to duel somebody. I see.
Anyway, are you here to challenge and accept the mantle of the Green Knight? I admit I can sense the power has been diluted significantly, but
What do we get with it? Like,
I
do we have to do this too? Would I have to go stand on the lake forever and wait for somebody else to take it from me?
No,
Is this to the death?
no, god damn.
Are
You-
we just gonna like?
You're not fucking with me right now, right?
No,
Like,
these are genuine
okay.
questions.
Like,
taking mental damage.
I'm
you
doing
can see
damage.
he's kind of dropped his like perturbance and his like haughty air, and he's like, okay. They were supposed to. There's really not bards telling the story of.
No.
Okay, motherfucker. Champions of the Green Knight, people who defeat the Green Knight in combat, are then blessed by the wilds. You would not assume the title of Green Knight, as I do not necessarily. He kind of thinks about it for a second.
This conversation.
Do you want the job? I mean,
No. The answer is no.
okay,
I don't
because
want to. Sorry.
they don't let me kill myself. Not that I know for any reason, but
I see. Would this duel be to the death, or is it just kind of like a test?
it's a test.
Ah,
It's a test.
okay.
I mean, I think that's fine.
Yeah. I'll kind of like, I'll just be like, all right.
We won't kill you either. Like if you don't kill, unless you want us to kill you. Then I don't know.
No, not particularly. No.
But... Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Do
Can I
Do
say
I-
that just as like this seems to be going on a while and she doesn't see anything going on?
Yeah.
Like Vina at some point is gonna like she's just gonna go like, okay, you know, like what is?
Yeah. You can absolutely
Yeah.
cross the water.
yeah, I'll go with.
Okay. You all cross the water, and the knight will kind of look at all
Albus
of
is gonna
you.
turn around and say,
I'm
"Hey
also
guys, do you want to fight
floating.
this guy to be like blessed by nature?"
Uh,
We're like, it's not to the death or anything. It's like a test.
Iris is gonna like look over at the Green Knight, look back over at them, kind of shrug, and
Yeah,
take off her
that's
backpack.
kind of Vina's like I feel like Vina and Iris just kind of look at each other,
Yeah.
like look back,
It's
and
it's
then
the same
both like
thing Kern and
simultaneously
Calgus
just
do.
like, and like
Yeah, we'll
It's
shrug
my.
and we'll join.
Is it going to be like 1v1v1v1? Like, are we all going to challenge you one at a time? Are we challenging you as a group? Or, like, what's the
Oh,
deal here?
well,
I don't know the rules here.
traditionally 1v1 fights are more honorable, but give me a
Alright.
moment.
go.
And you see him take his hand and motion it forward, and you see
Let's go.
sprinting out of the woods, almost materializing from the very jungle itself, 3 Valkyries with flowing green hair and golden like brown armor with glaives come charging out of the forest. They don't have faces, they're more like ethereal ghost figures, but they kind of like sit there and seethe, and you just hear
I'm going to look at him. That's cool.
That's
yeah,
all it goes
it
to.
kind of is. First time I've done it.
That's dope as hell.
Yeah, feels right. Feels good.
Some good shit. Well, so they're like spiritual beings, so we can kill them, right? That's a thing. Like they can dissipate.
I mean, like,
Or they're
yeah,
living.
like like it's not that big of a deal if you ice them. Like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's just it's important to
yeah, no, like I appreciate
set
that.
boundaries. Yeah.
Just for my own yeah, just do you really
Can-
not know who I am?
No, I'm sorry.
Alright, man.
Okay.
So
yeah,
can we tap out, or is it like till unconsciousness?
till unconsciousness.
Okay. Well, that's fair.
Yes, Vina, or yes, Chelsea.
Sorry, I guess Vina doesn't raise her hand. She just says it.
Mhm.
If we go unconscious, like, are you just gonna leave us there, or like are you just like
Am I
nice about it?
am I going to leave you?
Like, you're not gonna let us die, are you?
No,
You
that's
said it's not
Yeah.
to the death.
No, yeah, correct. It's no, I'm not gonna let you die if I said it's not to the death. Like,
This guy's so fucking.
Mental damage once again. This
Like,
poor
honestly,
man.
no, Vino's like laying into this because she sees how fucking annoyed he is, and just like
Smart.
so she's
Like-
just taking the like she's just adding to that, right?
Like this man had so much pride at the beginning of this conversation.
It's
I-
the
yet
charisma.
knocked
It's
him-
the like
You
she's
know,
And
manipulating
the two
the,
dumbest
yeah.
people rolled up.
Just to
I'm a
add
genius,
to
but I'm a
it,
fucking idiot.
just to add to this, I was gonna kind of look at him and go, "Who are you again?"
So Calicus is gonna act like he's pacing, like kind of pacing back, just so I can get my distance on him because he doesn't seem like the person I want to be close to in the fight.
I was gonna say also, how close are these
Yeah.
Valkyries? Like Valkyries? How close are they?
give me a second. We'll get there. I'm making tokens.
The session of mental damage.
Or you're making tokens?
Not even barbarians are safe from psychic damage.
It's true.
This guy isn't stupid enough to not get hurt.
So
by
wait,
psychic
these
damage.
things aren't considered undead, are they? The little Valkyries?
They're
just,
they're
like,
they're
Apparitions,
not.
or-
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yep. They are more apparition like
If
in
not, I
nature.
could have done something cool.
I'm
I
sorry.
can't
just
do
so you
anything
know,
cool anymore.
I have an idea. Once you have tokens made, Mason,
Mhm.
I will describe.
Again, not
I
to
would like to do.
bombard you with questions.
Yes.
How's my
Kyla,
hand?
I need a picture of Kurin, by the way. What'd you
Oh,
say?
okay.
How's my hand doing? Is it kind of?
The Green Knight will kind of see you looking at the hand, and he'll snap his fingers, and it'll unfreeze.
Oh, thank
Does
Christ.
my finger tinglies go away?
Your finger tinglies go away.
Okay, good.
Fingy tinglies.
Fingy tinglies.
Which I hope what it is, I can get.
So depending on how long this guy's been here, my son might be alive.
Could be.
Charles's
Like-
son.
Like I said,
Oh.
he experiences time a lot different than time actually flows.
I don't know if he's been here longer than he thinks. or
Wibbly
shorter than he
wobbly, timey wimey, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, no, it's It's-
How many people have watched The Good Place?
I have only
Nope.
watched like the first season.
thinks. Everything but
Okay.
the last season.
Jeremy Bearimy.
Oh, Jeremy Bearimy. True.
Jeremy Bearimy.
Jeremy Bearimy.
I think I watched some of the second season. I can't remember.
I think we're experiencing the time knife, Kyle.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, Everest is also he's a wizard, so he could live for a long time. So
don't
Everest
know
might be out there.
sure.
my fucking.
Not only is the Green Knight taking mental damage, so is Mason.
I mean, a little bit, Didn't think we were gonna dive quite that deep.
We
Thought I
just
might
spent
just
an
get away
hour
with
and
it,
a
to be
half-
honest with you.
We just spent an hour and a half of just bullshit.
I think we've been talking to this man for probably about 20 minutes game time so far. Of just
Yeah.
mental damage to him. I think he
That's
gets
so true.
disadvantage on all attacks against us because he feels bad for how fucking stupid we are.
Does anyone remember how to hide the like little pop-ups in
I
Roll
do.
20?
I do. So in your little like options menu and like the
Mhm.
settings in the gear, you
Yep.
are going to go to audio and visual, or sorry, audio and video, and then the tab over to video display, and then under player video / avatar size, you're going to select names only.
Player video.
Oops.
So yeah, audio names only. There we go. Thank you,
Mason, just use that one for right now.
Chelsea. Venus' name is still in the fucking middle of my fucking screen.
Really?
Yeah,
Weird.
yeah. No. Game's just like you're a special snowflake, apparently.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, there we go. We fixed the problem.
okay, good.
Good enough.
I had to switch music though.
Perfect. Jesus, Kyle. That man has some drip.
Once again, since I know there's a fight coming, can I prepare a wild shape?
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
Putting on my battle music of RuPaul's Drag Race music.
Yep. Yep. Totally. Totally,
mine's-
totally acceptable.
Legend of Zelda combat music.
Not as good as RuPaul's Drag Race music, but you know.
Excuse me, it's some of the best composed music ever
I'm
created.
kidding. Zelda has good music.
I love Zelda music. All of it is never once has there not been a banger. Mason Schemmel, I will kneecap you.
I mean, like, never once has there not been a banger.
Yes.
There've been a couple of them that haven't quite been bangers. You know,
The
come on.
songs, all of
Yeah.
them. All of them.
I'm not sure I'm willing to commit to all of them.
I will. I'll do it.
Okie doke. Go ahead and open roll 20 for me, y'all.
Mhm. Remember the fucking
Give me one moment.
There we go.
Cool. Can I kind of say the thing that I was thinking?
Yes, 100%.
So, as we're kind of, and again, remember, I'm kind of playing up this, like, kind of the annoying, kind of dumb, oblivious kind of, you know? Since I know that this is going to be a test, right, and it's combat, I'm like, kind of, we're like, whoa, that's so cool, as we're like in awe over the Valkyries, right? I'm gonna kind of get up close, like, just like looking like I'm just observing them, okay? Just kind of like checking them out, like that's really cool. And then I'm gonna reach out to like touch one and cast Inflict Wounds.
Yeah, you can have a surprise round as yeah, I'll say you'll get that as a surprise round, Chels. But give me a
Sick.
second.
There were two of them next to each other, and I could like stand in between them. I was gonna twin the spell, but I see they're too spread out for me to do that. So.
All right, we're gonna add that.
So I can't move my one.
Okay, I will give you permission here in a
Okay.
second.
Sounds good.
I see that as Brandon.
Don't
you
worry
guys,
about it.
you can change your color, by the way. Just so
You need to
you
worry
know.
about measuring things when you can just run at people.
I'm measuring things to help you hit better, forehead. And how do I change my color, Chelsea?
If you just click on the box by your name.
Okay, am
It
I
pulls up what
wrong
color.
in thinking that these are going to be like isolated 1v1 fights since he brought in the other fucking...
Oh, that's
Um,
essentially, that is what's going to happen, I bet.
Okay,
Or at least that was kind of, to make it evenly matched, is
yeah,
kind of what I was thinking.
yeah. I'm like, because I have a
Not
feeling that
necessarily
he might be
1v1,
able
but
to
at least
steamroll
4v4.
us. Yeah.
Because I think if he's not as strong as the last one, which the last one was pretty strong.
But I feel
He's
like he could probably still take us.
I think the five
A
of us,
fight
we could
was
probably
hard.
beat him 1v5.
Yeah. But
If especially like on this wide open, unless he has teleportation, I think we just keep our distance and just plank and cloak as you face tank.
Please.
All right. You guys. Vina, you go and you cast Inflict Wounds.
I forgot to tell you that I was going to cast that at a second level spell.
Okay, that's okay. Is that an attack roll or what do you do?
Oh, that's right. It is an attack roll.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that attack.
That is a 17 to hit.
A 17 to hit. You put your hand on this Valkyrie. Roll me damage.
Yes. That's going to be 4d10 damage because I cast it as a second level spell. So. We love Inflict Wounds. D10s are so hard for me to spot. I don't know why.
Because we don't use them ever.
That's a 10 on one of them.
Okay.
18, 24, 28. I think I don't add anything. Yeah, 28 necrotic damage.
28 necrotic damage. Also, y'all are level 4, yeah?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Uno momento, por favor.
Algie.
Okay, you roll 28 damage. Jesus Christ.
Necrotic, if that makes sense.
How does V do it?
Oh my God.
So, as she, I mean, and to be fair, I did upcast it too. But, so, again, just kind of like using her, she's very good at obviously playing characters. It's like,
Mhm.
you know, very charismatic. She is going to kind of, like I said, kind of that dumb, like, you know, like oblivious, and just seems so fascinated, right, by these Valkyries, just like looking like kind of like almost kind of peering around and like just trying to get a feel for things, and then just single finger like going out to kind of like poke, like, oh, is my hand gonna go through, like how solid are they? And just as she makes contact, you see again this like purple, like really deep purple magic just flows down her arm through her hand and then spread out from like the point of contact on this Valkyrie, and then just slowly, I'm assuming they're kind of like in that same kind of like almost like foresty kind of like, yes, humanoid, but also kind of like plant-like. And so then you see those like plant-like features just kind of start to shrivel away, and yeah, and then
you sunder this being made of plant and spirit. Roll me initiative, everybody, as the Green Knight looks at you regardingly, and you just hear, hardly honorable, but all right.
Oh.
You said this was a test, and I've studied.
The very classic Zelda, like the pinnacle of their battle music, just kicked in as that happened, and the timing was beautiful.
All right, Kurun, what's your dexterity?
14.
Okay. Stand by.
Me picking out my little dice to use.
Alrighty. All right, Calgus, you're up first.
All right, I'm gonna step. Oops, I don't have the wrong. Step 10 feet that way, just to have line of sight on this one up here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will pull out my fire pistol and take my shot.
Do it.
26.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
Okay.
Is there supposed to be a grid?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm not seeing a grid.
14 points of fire damage.
14 points of fire damage.
Yep.
Damn it, Kyle.
What? What? I didn't fucking do shit.
All right.
I don't know if Mika can see that or not. I will erase it.
I like how I'm the one that gets called out.
See what?
immediately.
I don't see shit. Oh, nerd. Oh, wow. Okay.
Can anybody else see the grid, or
I can
Yeah,
see
it's
it. Yeah.
good. Yeah.
okay, Mika, I don't know what's going on, but
I
we
can
should-
poke around in some settings and see if there's something that you have
Ye-
checked off.
Yeah, here. I will
I've
also
never used
give
this ship before.
I will also give Chelsea control of your mini. So we can just
I-
explain where it's going, or I can do
still
it,
need
you know.
permission
Mhm.
for mine
Right,
as well.
right. Yep. Okay.
And I'll pick her. I'll like
There you
poke around in settings. And see.
All right, Cal, you should be good.
Yep.
Alrighty,
Damn.
Kelgus. You shot that one, right?
Yes, the top left, right here. Yeah.
All right. How would you like to do it?
Oh, sick. It's just like so. It's kind of made of like I'm assuming parts of it are made with wood, and
Correct.
so as it just the bullet pierces through just the chest armor, and then like a bonfire kind of starts behind the chest plate, and just starts to burn.
Indeed, kind of as you described, you watch the bullet. The impact didn't do as much damage as you might have hoped, but the fire kind of sparked and kindled beneath the breastplate and ignited into a small burning fire that choked this thing out.
And then you would say that's a clear shot, right, Mason?
I would.
So Calgus has his right hand out and takes a shot, and then just kind of turns and drops to a knee, and then pulls out his other pistol to take a shot across to the top right.
Go ahead and do it.
19.
19 will hit. Roll damage.
Now it's my offhand, so it doesn't get my dexterity bonus. 9 damage. 9 force damage.
9 force damage. All right. Once again, you smack this thing, and you just kind of see it stumble back a little bit. It did not like that at all.
So would my pistol grip turn my pistol into a magic weapon?
For purposes of overcoming damage resistance, yeah.
What about purposes of me using my intelligence instead of my dexterity?
Not in that.
Okay.
No,
No, that's fine.
you need something a little different.
That is a-okay. That's my turn. I'll throw Steel Defender out.
Mhm.
And Steel Defender, 40 feet of movement. I think Steel Defender is just going to kind of interpose itself in front of Vina and hold action for anything that
Okay.
approaches Vina.
Sure. Kurin, it is going to be your turn if that's all you got.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Cool. So I held the action for my wild shape to transform into a giant hyena. Does that use my bonus action then, since I can for this turn, or would that have happened like right at the start of combat?
I'm going to say kind of when Vina did inflict wounds, you guys have worked together long enough. You're like, oh, fuck.
Okay. So I still have my bonus action for this turn?
Yes. Yep.
Perfect. I'm going to rage sign.
Okay.
And then I'm going to run. So there we go. To right.
Brandon, the little
The gray
brown
dot.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
Steel Defender.
I'm going to go right there and then
Okay.
attack.
All right, do so.
Oh. Does a 21 hit him?
A 21. You roll this 21, and you see your axe come, or rather, your giant hyena, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see your claws like rake against his armor as he holds up a hand. An arcane shield sizzles into existence,
Fuck off.
Bastard.
and you
Fuck
miss.
entirely off.
I mean, I have the exact same thing, but bastard.
That is all I got then. I can't do anything else.
Okay.
You raged, right, Cal?
Yes, I
Okay.
did.
It is going to be his turn. He's going to hold up his hand, and you see he holds up his hand in the air. And the two Valkyries
I knew it.
scream. And from the forest, you hear the sound of more voices screaming and rushing and rapidly coming out of the forest.
It's useless to attack them. Then let's just go for him.
Mhm.
To be clear though, you saw the Valkyries scream and the reinforcements came. They're
Mhm.
still not on the board.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also
Um,
true.
Just want to be clear as to what you are observing.
Mhm.
He is going to take his action, and you see him lean down and touch the water, and you see him whisper a couple of words. Kurin, as you're kind of sitting there locked in combat with him, you hear the word in Primordial, rise.
Don't like that.
I want to reiterate just in case that I am like hovering right now. I'm not touching the fucking ground. That's been a thing she's been worried about the whole time.
So he did that. He cast rise. Do. Calgus.
Yes.
Does a 24 hit you?
Yes, it does, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, it do. It done. It done do. It really do. It diddly do. It do. May I ask what kind of attack it is?
Absolutely. So you are going to take 14 bludgeoning damage as the water underneath your feet suddenly geysers and explodes. Encapsulating Calgus is a water elemental.
I'm inside of the water elemental.
You are inside the water elemental as it has just slammed you with its body.
Good.
I am then going to need a strength saving throw from you, Calgus.
You're
that.
plus 0.
I liked that first hint at dexterity. I liked that one better. Please. 15?
15. On a 15, you start swimming out and fighting out of this water and getting your head out, and you take a breath and you're like, I'm gonna fucking make it. And you see this guy point at you and say, I find your stature funny. I find the fact your mother bore you funnier.
No, we're taking mental damage. Holy fuck.
You are going to take a -3 on that roll as he uses his reaction.
I thought he was
and-
casting vicious mockery on you.
He's using cutting words.
He's using cutting words.
Yeah.
And Calgus, you feel this elemental suck you back in, and you all watch as suddenly the elemental drops and Calgus goes with him under the water.
Good.
Wait, fuck.
It is going to use the rest of its movement is halved, but it's going to swim 45 feet downwards.
Oh, that's halved. That's halved.
Can I specify something quick?
Yeah, of course.
Those fruits that we picked up, you said they don't have the water breathing properties?
Those fruits have long since spoiled. They
God damn it.
they had them like at the height of their ripeness, and after that they're just fruit. Like if you had maybe like used an alchemy check to like condense them and preserve them maybe, but you did not.
Fuck! Oh, okay.
Alrighty. It's his turn, and the water's turn. Alright, that is going to be...
The water's turn.
I hate that. I despise that.
It is going to be Veen. Vina or Iris? Who has the higher dex?
I have a dexterity of 20, so...
You're
You're
muted.
muted, Chelsea.
Fuck. Iris definitely has a higher chance than Vina.
Rogue shit. So my turn
Yeah.
then? Okay. I'm very sorry. My memory's been very poor today. For rolling to attack with my short bow,
Mhm.
d20 plus
Your proficiency modifier.
Plus your dexterity.
my dexterity. Okay.
So plus 7.
Mhm.
um. I'm gonna. I just want to make sure I'm. Okay, so am I behind Bud? Is that who I'm behind? Or
Yes.
who's that? Okay. And then in front of. Fuck, Curran's there, so I can't.
I mean, you can step aside.
That's true. Well, I want to do a sneak attack, but I don't want to. So how far is the Green Knight from me? Because I can't see a grid.
Can you see the lines
have
that
to
I'm
ask.
drawing?
40
You're
feet.
40 feet.
Yes. 40 feet. Okay. Damn, man.
But currently,
Okay.
you would have to take a shot through. I'm saying Bud is fucked off. You'd have to take a shot through Curran.
Unless you
Yeah,
position yourself
that's-
right here.
Yeah, you can move.
But he would be able to see me. There's nothing to really hide behind because we're on
Well,
water.
but you have Corin is in combat with him. You have a
That's
friendly
true.
creature next to what you were attacking.
So if I went there, I could make a sneak attack still?
Mhm.
Yes. Anytime you hit him now, you get a sneak attack
Okay. And then
once per turn.
would that make the Valkyrie next to him within, like... That would be within 35 feet of me, correct? Or within 35 feet of him. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna go for a sneak attack after moving where it was pointed.
Oh, which one,
On
the right
the-
one or the left one? This way or this way?
The right.
I can't move you, but
Actually, the left. Left, because that... no, sorry, right. I'm sorry. Right.
like right
It
here.
You
puts
can
me-
pick up and move
yeah.
your token.
I can? Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I
See
just
where the
don't
tip
know
of my
where...
arrow is? That's where you'll go.
I can't see the tip. I have to zoom out.
There you go. Perfect.
Perfect, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go for hitting the Green Knight.
Do it.
That's a nat 20?
That'll do it.
I love nat 20 sneak
crit, right?
attacks.
That's crit.
That's a
That's crit,
crit, so
right?
double your dice.
Oh, I'm just gonna say this now, I'm going for the Whales of the Grave. Which is, So I'll do that after. So...
Is it like a saving throw or anything, or?
Nope, it's a straight up necrotic damage.
Okay.
Yeah, it just repeats the sneak attack damage onto a different enemy.
Okay. Nice.
Oh fuck, I dropped it. My bad. Okay. So that's 11 for 11 just piercing damage.
11 piercing damage already.
But then with the it's extra 2d6, my bad. Or so 4d6, so it's gonna be more than that. I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
So 11, so that's 50. That's 24 piercing damage plus. That's 4 necrotic damage to him, and then 10 necrotic damage to the Valkyrie to the right.
Valkyrie to the right.
I roll well when I need to, I guess.
True.
Which I'll take.
Um,
I'll take those natural 1 perception checks.
Is that 10 piercing damage or is that 10 necrotic damage?
So the first attack was piercing. The second 2 were necrotic. So they both take
Okay,
necrotic damage for the Whales of
whale,
Grave.
the whale of the grave. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Track it. You see like the Valkyrie kind of like start to rot and decay. She is still up. As you hit the Green Knight, you see him just kind of lock eyes with you and go, "You are my enemy." Kurin, go ahead. You can give me an opportunity attack
Thank you very much.
as he teleports from the space he's currently occupying.
Legendary actions at level 4.
Uh-huh.
Teleports directly behind Iris and is going to take
Is
an
he
attack.
flanking me? Is this a
Not
flank?
yet.
Mason,
Okay.
can I grapple him instead? Or is it just an attack of opportunity?
So it's a split second thing, so it's just an attack of
Okay.
opportunity.
That's
It's just
fine.
you saw him start like to begin the cast.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Unless you have an
Um,
attack that allows you to grapple as an attack, I'd allow
I do
that.
not. No,
Okay.
No. So that's a 24 to hit then.
24 will hit. Roll me damage.
Yes.
I'm sad. I'm scared. Please don't.
I'm 45 feet under the water.
I said I'm disabled. Keep that in mind. Anything you do to harm me is ableist.
He doesn't give a fuck. He's a cop.
Iris isn't disabled. Well, actually, I take that back. She does have a crippling addiction.
That is going to be a 15.
15 to hit.
No, 15 for damage.
Okay, 15 damage. Very nice. You crunch into his armor. Piercing damage, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
I believe. Actually, let me just make sure. Yes, piercing damage.
Okay. You crunch into his armor, and you see the armor kind of catches some of it, but by and large, he's not looking amazing.
Fuck you, bitch.
Mika, he teleports behind you, and instead of
Nothing personnel, kid.
instead of reaching out with his spear, you feel a hand placed on the middle of your back.
I hate it. I already hate it. I don't know what's coming. I hate it.
And you feel 3 concussive blasts of magic come one after the other. Does a 13 hit you?
No.
Okay, but I'm assuming a 25 and a 24 does.
No.
No? That's pretty impressive.
Fuck. Especially for a rogue, I know.
Do I have enough for this?
Oh,
Oh,
Mason.
I hate this.
I
I
have
really hate
enough
this.
for this.
I don't like this. I'm but a wee fragile fairy.
Mika, take 25 points of damage as
What?
2 of these blasts hit you point blank.
What the fuck?
Jeez.
I'm sorry, how much damage was that?
25.
45?
25.
No,
25.
25.
How about 2 attacks? That's fine.
On a scale of 1 to 31, I'm at a 6.
That's 5 more HP than you need.
It is going to be Vina's turn.
Alright, so seeing this happen,
Save me.
Vina is going to turn to her right and just point a finger at the Green Knight and cast Tasha's Mind Whip.
Okay.
Intelligence saving throw.
All right.
Por favor.
A good spell right there.
I know, it's one of my favorites. It's good.
I will say he has a high end.
I figured, but even if he succeeds, it's just half damage.
19.
All the other stuff is bonus. Fuck. God damn it. I wanted the cool stuff to happen, though.
I'm sorry, Chels.
It's okay. Holy shit, I almost rolled max damage. That's a 6, 6, 5. So that's going to be 17 and then halved to 8.
17, half to 8. All right.
Right, I'm assuming, right, rounded down. Correct.
Yeah. Stand by. One of my roommate needs me for a second.
So
Mika,
I did.
do you want to hear what happens if he failed the intelligence saving throw? Which he actually almost did, by the way. My spell
18.
save DC is 15. So he would have taken full damage from that, right? He would have taken all the damage. But then also, It can't take a reaction until the end of its next turn. Moreover, on its next turn, it must choose whether it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action. Can't do all three.
It's such a fucking good spell.
It's so good. It's just that, yeah. On a successful save, the target halves the damage, and then it doesn't have any of the other effects.
You know what you know what as a front lane tank makes my dick soft? When Mason doesn't attack me. And I'm trying to stay fucking hard out here, okay?
Because you lose your rage.
I
Actually,
attacked him, so I'm fine. I'm fine.
So I did math. I did the Pythagorean theorem to figure out I'm 45 feet down and 55 feet away from him. That means I'm 71.3 feet away. Like the angle up to him is 71.3. I'm not getting out of this grapple. It's not happening.
I can't sneak attack him anymore, so I can't Wails from the grave again.
But I can shoot him through the water from underneath if he allows
But you're also shooting through water.
That's fine. Fuck
Sorry
it.
about that.
All
right.
You will get your sneak attack as soon as it's my fucking turn.
You're good.
Okay. Chelsea did Mind Whip. Chelsea, did you have anything else you wanted to do?
That's what I'm gonna look.
Pull me out of the water.
How much does... Sorry, I'm still new to Sorcerer, so I'm looking at something.
Okay.
You know what? Fuck it.
Steel Defender's going for those cankles.
I'm gonna go ahead and spend 2 sorcery points.
Ankle biter time.
Exactly.
To cast Firebolt as a bonus action.
Okay.
To use Quicken Spell.
Sure.
So that's where I do a ranged spell attack, correct?
I feel like Mauricio right now.
And I'm sending this at the Greek Knight as well.
Yep, definitely.
See, Mason doesn't know about that, so
he doesn't understand the reference.
That is an unnatural 20 on that firebolt.
Yeah, and he used that. All right, yeah, that'll hit.
Sick. That'll be 6 damage.
6 damage.
Not too bad for a cantrip.
Not bad at all. You see, he did not like that one little bit.
Because it is fire.
It is fire. And largely, you can kind of see as the fire burns away, like his armor is kind of like plant-based, and yeah, not lovely at all for him. All right. It is going to be the Valkyrie's turn. The Valkyries are going to take their full movement and run to his side. And you see him extend his arms as the Valkyries become 2 spears. And you see like some of the wounds and some of the stuff just heal up. But the Valkyries disappear. But you hear those sounds from the forest as 2 more use their full movement to get to the edge of the battlefield. With these 2 spears, he looks slightly rejuvenated, not massively so, but like he probably needed that. Iris, he is going to look at you spin one of the spears, and you watch as it's infused with magic, and he tries to put it through your chest.
Aren't we trying not? Are we not dying?
Don't die.
Yeah.
All right, does a 23 hit you?
Shut up. Just shut up. Please, just shut up.
Take
I'm really
11.
eating.
Take 11 damage.
Ooh.
Splat.
You're unconscious?
I'm extremely unconscious.
Okay.
good.
Kurin, he's gonna look at you, shoulders his second spear, and just chucks it at you full force.
Okay. Bring a bitch.
At 20, baby. Fuck you, Kyle. I don't like how many dice he's rolling.
He's rolling a lot of dice. You
Yeah.
are not wrong.
Does a nat 20 and 223s hit you, Corin?
Just barely. Just barely.
I thought he threw one spear. Why was it 3 hit rolls?
You watch. That's an excellent question. You watch as kind of what he did to Mika was the 3 blasts of magic. It seems like he's infusing the spears and then chucking them. And you watch as it hits Kurin. The single spear impales like into his shoulder, and then you watch as it explodes 3 times with arcane pulses.
Is this piercing,
Kurin-
bludgeoning, or slashing damage?
This is magic force damage.
Fuck.
No, actually, wait a second.
Will I be making death saving throws for this?
Yeah, technically this is bludgeoning damage.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. But Kurin, I am going to tell you with my crit, I will be rolling at 9d10.
Okay.
Ah,
But it's a single instantaneous damage, right?
Correct.
So I have the entire instance of that
Yeah.
damage. Yes. Correct.
And even if you bottom out on your...
Wild shape, I still revert back to my normal form.
Yeah, but does the extra damage get transferred to you? I forget.
Yes, it does.
It does, okay.
Holy shit.
Mason is choosing fucking violence.
I mean, we chose this
I-
fight. We chose
Mhm.
this fight. We could have walked away.
I mean, yeah.
We didn't have to fight him, but we did. So.
And the thing is, we knew.
Yeah.
As players, we knew.
Like our characters knew. Yeah.
I blame Kyle and Brandon for this.
Hey,
Fine.
he said that he wasn't gonna let us die.
I mean, to be fair, technically Vina initiated it.
That's also true.
Even
That's
though she
based.
said she didn't want to fight.
That's base as fuck.
All right.
That's true.
Kurin, 66 damage, halve to 38.
Have to 38. I'm going to use my reaction for Stone's endurance
Wait,
to
wait,
reduce that
Did
by
you
an
say
additional.
66?
Would it be 33?
Yeah.
Yeah. 33, my bad.
Okay.
I'm still going to use my Stone's endurance to reduce that by 1d12 plus 4.
Okay, absolutely. Nice, nice.
Oh,
There's so
that's
much
minus
number.
another fucking 14.
All right, all right.
Oh,
So
So,
I take 19.
19.
You
Damn,
see,
you're-
he is. You see, he is not happy at all about that
Mm.
shit as he watches
Mm.
that spear just rock you.
but he's a rock.
True.
It is now going to be the water's turn.
The water's
The
turn. It
water's
already
turn.
dragged me down, the bitch.
It's just gonna
Um,
beat you to shit.
It's gonna try to suffocate me.
Kyle, you see.
You would like that.
I wouldn't. No, drowning is
Actually,
a big fear
Kyle
of
and
mine.
Vina, you see suddenly the
don't like
water
water,
underneath
Morgan.
you becomes a sickly shade of green
Ew.
and start to like glow and like a neon phosphorescent like green color. It is now difficult terrain. And it seems like something underneath it is surging to the surface.
Okay.
Fuck that.
Um,
Fuck that shit. Mm-mm.
And how long is it from me to the 20 feet? So that'd be 40 feet, right, Mace? For difficult?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Difficult.
Well, I
double
guess I can get out in 30.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is going to be
Beautiful.
Calgus's turn. You are 45 feet under the water, struggling inside this elemental.
So Mason,
Yeah.
I did the Pythagorean theorem.
Okay.
He is. Oh, 1 second. He is 71 feet away from me. I have an effective range of 120.
Okay.
Can I take a shot with my force pistol through the water? Because I imagine the force is going to push the water out of the way.
Roll me an intelligence check, DC 10.
6 plus 4, bitch.
10. Okay. Calgus, you start leveling your pistol. You remember to account for refraction. Go ahead and roll me an attack. It is regular, not at disadvantage.
Come on, baby. What do I add on this pistols? Math, 25.
25. With a 25, you sure do hit. Roll damage.
This is taking water gun to a whole other level.
15 force damage.
15 force damage. You see, well, most of you don't see, but Calgus, you line up your shot, and you just take an immaculate boom as this elemental is just plunging downwards with you. You take a shot at the knight, you hit him, you see him flinch forward. Everyone else, you just see this guy like just slam forward as the water ate most of the sound of the gunshot. But yeah, nice shot,
I doubt
Calgus.
I could make a shot with my fire pistol though.
You could try. It would be rolled at disadvantage.
That's fine. I'll try it.
Okay.
I gotta check something very important here real quick.
Is it misfire?
What's my misfire number? What's my misfire number?
No!
What's my misfire number? What's my misfire number? What is it? No. So my my revolver misfires at 2.
Okay.
And I rolled a 2.
Okay. Roll your
Uh,
misfire damage.
There is no, because I have
Oh.
firearm proficiency. I don't
Nice.
take the firearm with the misfire
Oh,
damage once
Very
per
nice.
day.
Very nice.
So,
Okay.
so nothing happens to me.
Yep. Your plan was to kind of like send a shot through the funnel made by the force bullet because it was a little bigger. Water just kind of floods in and it's click, click, click. Shit.
I'll use my firearm specialist reaction
Mhm.
to roll d20. If I roll higher than my weapon's misfire score, I don't have to use an action to clean it.
Clear it. Very nice. Very nice.
No way! I rolled a natural 1.
All right. So that gun is down until you take an action to
Yep.
clear it.
Yep, that's insane. Holy
That's so
shit.
dumb.
All
It
right,
is what
Brandon.
it is. It is what it
Alright.
is.
You got anything else you can do?
I'm gonna have Steel Defender. So this is difficult terrain, right? The green.
Correct.
I wonder if I have him go. So to get out is
That's
15.
like 30. So 30.
30. Oh, that's right. 30. 35, 40. It was here, right? I just want to see this.
Mhm.
Just the best. So 10, 20, 30. Yeah, okay. So yeah, 30 to get there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cutting out an angle is probably the
Yeah.
smartest play. Yep.
Try to get
Very
there.
good.
He'll actually just use his action to dash
Okay.
and get here,
Gotcha.
and that's what he will do.
All right, Kurun, it's your turn.
Okay. So the hyena has 50 feet of movement.
Okay.
So does
Very
this.
40. Yep.
Yep. Yeah. So
Perfect.
this square is 40, and then that's 50
Nice.
to be right there, and then I'm gonna bite him. Actually, before I bite him, where did that go? 1 second. I'm gonna use reckless attack, so I'm gonna get advantage
Okay.
on my melee attack weapons, but your attack rolls will have advantage against me.
Gotcha.
Fuck it. We ball.
Suck it, we ball.
You're
Fuck, we ball.
fucking joking me, right? I rolled a 2 and a 5.
Let's go.
You're fucking kidding me, right?
That is not gonna hit, most assuredly.
Well, fuck. Yeah, I got anything else. Oh, damn it.
Do you have anything else you can do, Kyle?
Nope. Nope.
Okay. It
Sorry
is
if I
going
hurt
to be
you.
the Green Knight's turn. No, I apologize. My head started hurting for no reason.
All good.
Dumb.
All good.
Thank you. You're welcome. I love you. I love you too.
All right.
Winning? No. Eating the
The
Did
Green
your
Knight
mom
is
just ask if we were winning?
the Green Knight is
Are
gonna
you
go
winning, Ronan?
first. Kyle, you're in range, so he's just gonna reach out and like while you're like swinging at him ferociously, he's just gonna reach out with his hand and try to put it on your chest.
Steel Defender reaction deflecting attack, so it's only going to be a flat roll instead of an advantage.
Oh, okay, that's good. Is that one attack roll
Only one
or
attack. Only
one
one.
attack roll? Okay, so
teamwork.
one regular, 2 more at advantage.
I
Got
tried,
it.
Kyle.
It's okay.
Steel Defender did what he could for you.
Okay. This is my job.
I don't like this humming. That's
Welcome.
stop.
When he starts doing, that's when you know you're in trouble.
I figured.
Also, when you hear this noise,
Oh yeah, when he's rolling multiple dice. Yeah. My mom, are you winning? No.
All right.
I don't know. Vina feels pretty badass right now.
I just
It
feel
took-
bad.
I did a full shot through the water.
Kyle,
Nobody's going to know I did it.
does a 19 hit
bad.
you?
Yes.
Okay.
You're trying to be the
Bad and
12.
ass.
right
The other-
now, Mason.
Not
What
bad.
do you say?
You're trying to be the 12 right now.
Okay, yeah. So all 3 attacks hit you. One of them was a crit. This will be 12d10 damage.
Yay.
What the actual fuck?
Mason doesn't want us to have fun. Mason wants us to suffer. Who hurt
Oh,
you?
Curran as a character is having fun right now.
I'm
Who
actively drowning.
hurt you, Mason?
There's an answer to that, but
There's-
you know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know the answer. I don't know why I asked.
It was me.
Yeah, true.
I did it.
42.
Me. I'm the problem. It's me.
Okay, Taylor Swift.
That was the yoke.
All right.
Mom.
61 halved to 30.
Are you still?
Oh wait, I'm
Where
gonna
are you
use my
complaining you weren't
second
getting hit?
Stone's endurance. Hold on. 30 gonna get reduced by whatever I roll here.
My mom.
By 9,
Was-
I take 21.
All right.
Come on.
Is Stone's endurance just a reaction?
Yes, it is.
That's insane. Is
Well,
it not like a
right?
one time a day?
Twice a day.
Twice
after
a day.
long rest. After a long
Nice.
rest.
Okay, that's damn good.
I'm
Right.
still in my wild shape, bitch.
Are you actually?
Yes.
Okay, he's gonna burn 2 legendary
Yeah.
actions then to attack again.
Who legendary actions? to
I'm in
attack?
this man's walls.
Um,
Balls.
additionally, he's gonna burn the 2 legendary actions. He'll burn his 3rd legendary action to cast magic weapon.
He wants to smack you
Yes, he does.
out of
Holy-
existence.
Yes, he does.
So his hands are now magic for the
Mhm.
purposes of this, overcoming damage resistance.
Yes.
17,
So this is gonna be
14.
multiple instances of damage. If he gets knocked
22.
out of wild shape, he hits once. Kyle's AC is going to revert back to his normal AC,
True.
Okay.
right?
So is
Or-
this wall one instance, Mason, or are these separate instances of damage here for these rolls?
So there are 3 bursts.
Okay.
So, okay, first attack hits, I'll roll them separately. First attack hits. 9, 10, 12 damage on the first attack. Or, excuse me, holy shit, no, I miscalculated that. 22 damage on the first attack.
So 11.
I wish you would have
Give me
kept that
one
miscalculated.
Second.
It's not halved because of magic weapon.
It's not halved. He cast
So-
magic weapon on
Okay,
his
so
hand.
that's 22 total. Give me
Yep.
1 second to do a little bit of math here. So 17. Okay. You're now looking to beat a 16
Okay.
as I drop out of wild shape.
Mod 20.
Yep.
Okay.
I tried to help you here, Kyle.
No, I know you did. I know you did. I pissed him off. I accept this.
18 damage.
Okay. I am still up.
This is the
This is the first time
Um,
Mason's done damage to my actual character.
Same. I guess
19.
for you.
Yeah.
not same. Not same at all.
Well, that's,
22 more damage.
That's evident, you know?
I'm down.
Hey!
I'm down.
Calgus, give me a strength saving throw.
17.
You successfully escape the grapple on the water elemental. So you do not take the damage at the beginning of its turn. But it is going to try to. Well, actually, no, it's not. Where is it? How do I grab it? Come on. That's annoying. It's not letting me.
Huh?
Oh, sorry. It's probably because of the grid that I made Mika.
No, oh, there it is. Okay, gotcha.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why. Calgus, you were still 45 feet under the water. But this elemental is going to move. And it is going to try to grapple Corvina. So.
Sorry, Vina, or you're losing your grid because now it's all messed up.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's all good.
Does a 22 hit you, Vina?
It sure does.
Okay. You take 9 points of damage as this water just crashes into you. Go ahead and make me a strength check.
Cool. A strength saving throw?
Yep,
Oh,
saving throw.
Okay.
Yep.
Actually, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing.
I apologize.
Nope, it's all good. That would be a natural 20.
With a natural 20, you feel this water like rise up and try to like rip you down. And it fails. The elemental is still like right under your feet, but
Okay.
you are able to stay standing.
Sick. Cool. Awesome. Love it.
Alrighty. It is going to be.
Are we making death saving throws?
17. Iris, yeah, death save, please.
Okay, how do I roll that?
So you're gonna roll a
Straight D20?
straight D20.
And you don't tell us, you just tell Mason.
Okay,
I have a feeling I know what that was just based on facial expression.
9 or under is a fail. 10 or
Okay.
above is a success. Natural
That's-
20 is 2 successes. Nat 1 is 2 failures.
I
That's
thought it was 10
unfortunate.
and below.
All right, Mika, where does your
Fine.
mind wander to as you're in this like realm of like unconsciousness and
She's just thinking about her healing potions. She's
Oh.
just
Absolutely. Go ahead as you're lamenting about not having your healing potions. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Why do you hate me? Oh, that slid off. Sorry, I lost my.
No, you're okay.
Are you shitting me right now?
What'd you roll?
It's not gonna pick up. That's a natural one.
A natural one. Mika, as you're in this place, kind of between, you kind of look and you're like looking for like a way out. You don't find it, but instead you find yourself at a table, a cup of dice put in front of you, and a man standing over you in a pinstripe black suit, voice voice as suit, voice as smooth as honey says, "How much you want to win this fight, little lady?"
I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it.
You said dice, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I want to win this fight real bad.
He'll kind of say, "Ah, that's interesting. I always find it interesting when people make choices." Suddenly, 3 health potions appear in front of you.
Health potions or health potions?
Health potions. 3 health
Health
potions. 3 health potions appear on the right. The cup of dice on the left. I make no guarantees, but what I can tell you is, on the one hand, you can leave with this. He points to the 3 health potions, which look to be very good grade. Or you can take your chances. It's up to you.
You're putting Iris in a predicament here, because on one hand,
You have 5 seconds to choose. 5,
dice.
4, 3,
Sure.
2. Which
Dice.
one? Dice.
Dice.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I'm feeling spicy today.
All right. This is going to be a contested roll. 2d6
Oh no.
versus 2d6.
Wait, so what am I rolling?
You're going to roll 2d6. I'm going to roll 2d6. All right.
I rolled a 7.
No.
Oh.
Reroll.
Sorry.
Don't tell
What?
me what it is.
Okay, my bad. Okay.
Are you higher or lower than me?
Oh.
Higher.
I rolled an 8.
I rolled a 10.
Interesting. All right. No discernible effect at this moment. But Mika, the world goes black again.
Lovely.
As you're fading out, you hear, "Pleasure doing business with you. Hopefully we can make a deal in the near future."
You absolutely set up for this to happen, didn't you?
It is going to be 17. That's Vina's turn, yeah?
It sure is.
All right.
Okay. So here's my plan. I am going to, excuse me, burn 2 more sorcery points to cast, sorry, 1 second, to cast Tasha's Mind Whip as a bonus action.
Okay.
Again at the Green Knight.
Mhm.
Okay. So that is an intelligence saving throw from him. DC 15.
Dominate person.
Huh?
Dominate
Sorry.
person, you said? Or Tasha said he's laughter.
No, Tasha's Mind Whip.
Oh, nat 1. Go ahead.
Okay, that is going to be 14 damage, but then also, the target, must choose either to move, an action, or a bonus action on its next turn. It can only do one of those 3 things.
Okay.
And it also can't take a reaction until the end of its next turn.
Okay. I hate
That was
that.
psychic damage, but
All right.
Mental damage. Sorry.
and then I will then use my action because I had quickened spell that to cast as a
Yep.
bonus action. I will use my action to, with my trait or my feat of Shadow Touched, I will cast invisibility on myself, which I can do once per long rest.
Okay.
So I am now invisible. And then I'm hoping that I'm invisible, that this elemental doesn't see me.
And decides to come and continue to drown me.
Yeah, sure.
So
Sure.
it is directly under you.
Yeah, it's all good. Whatever. I'm still gonna try to move.
Okay, it's gonna take its opportunity attack on you.
Sure.
It's gonna be
That
with
is-
disadvantage because it can't see you anymore.
Yep.
It's gonna miss.
Hell yeah. Okay. And I did just move 15 feet because I knew that was
Yep.
difficult terrain.
100%. You successfully skirt away from that elemental. It is going to be the Valkyries' turns. You see these guys screaming forward at full speed, trying desperately to kind of get to the Green Knight and kind of rejuvenate him. As you've seen, you see the Green Knight reaches out his arms to accept the Valkyries and take their power. And suddenly, Vina, you really are the only one who has advantage for it. As you look over, you see two glyphs underneath each of the what I should say is you see a small amount of magic swirl around Iris, and suddenly two glyphs are directly under the Valkyries, and two explosions rip through the silence. The Valkyries are dead as they both hit glyphs of warding.
Wait, what? Oh.
That's dope.
Vina, you also have advantage to see each box is a glyph that is a trap, all surrounding and swirling around Mika, the only void being where the two have already gone off.
That's dope.
I'm a betting woman.
You kind of see the knight looks down, and there's a look of confusion on his face. It seems like he might not be clocking these. His Valkyries destroyed. The knight is going to kind of step forward. He is going to take some damage as one of the glyphs detonates. He stumbles backward, looking confused. It seems like he's still not clocking where the glyphs are. And unsure about what ground beneath him is trapped and what ground beneath him is not. He is going to... Well, he
Keep in
used a
mind,
movement.
He can only move, action, or bonus action. So.
Okay, yep, so he moved. So he is done there. It is going to be the Elemental's turn.
This seems kind of tricky. As if a trickster kind of did this.
I don't want to talk.
Kind
God
of.
damn it!
Um,
You can fucking see me. I need to be quiet. Sorry.
you are walking on top of the water, admittedly invisible, but it's essentially the same thing as like walking away from like the Tremors worm on
Yeah.
the ground. Like this thing has blind sense, Chels.
Yeah.
The invisibility just threw it long enough so you missed your attacks.
I mostly did it for the Green Knight and not the Elemental, but.
Sure. And the Green Knight is looking for you because the Elemental is under you. He's not clocking where it is, and he's also kind of panicking about the bombs under him, essentially.
Fair.
The Elemental is going to take its action, but before it does, you see that green circle suddenly erupt, all the water in it shooting upwards, and you just see vines coming through, but not like snaky vines, like vines that are jutting and like creating spears and just like
Yeah.
like 50 or 60 feet high, just like reverse spike pit of like bamboo and like viney spears just impaling anything that would have been there.
Well, thank God I got out of that.
Um, it is going to try to attack you, Vina, the elemental
Fair.
that is.
Fair.
Does not get that back. It is going to hit you with a 23.
Yep, sure does.
You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage, but it cannot whelm you. It is going to be Calgus? Yes, Calgus, it is your turn.
My swim speed is half my speed, right?
Correct.
So I'll get up 15 feet, and then I'm gonna holster my one pistol, and then just take my aim and take another shot.
All right, do it.
14 plus 7, so 21.
21. And he cannot take a reaction because of Mind Whip, correct?
Let me check on.
I believe so.
I think he can too, because I think it can't take a reaction until the end of its next turn. And so since its turn has ended, he has his reaction back.
Okay. He is gonna throw up a shield.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Can he see it coming though?
That's a good question. What is your laden stealth?
I have a +3 to stealth.
+3. I'm gonna give you 10. +3 is your laden stealth. You're under the water, so I'm gonna give you a +5. He's gonna make a perception check, and if he sees you, he can see it coming, and if not,
Can I make a little bit of an argument, and you can
Yes.
say absolutely no.
Yep.
But he is a little panicked.
Mhm.
He's very focused on trying not to hit these random traps.
Okay.
Would he potentially make this at disadvantage?
I'm okay with that. Yeah,
Okay.
disadvantage.
Yay, Chelsea!
I mean, not
It's
that
fair.
I'd like to be that person
Mhm.
to fight, but like we kind of
We
have him in
need
a
whatever
corner
we-
right now.
You guys watch as the knight kind of instinctively throws up his shield, but Calgus, he was about 15 degrees off. Roll me damage.
Cool.
12 damage.
12
Force
damage. All right.
I don't have. That's not within 50. Okay, so I'll just take my Steel Defender's turn, and so Steel Defender will cross here.
Time up. How would you like to do it?
Oh. Yes. So Calgus fully under the water, kind of
Has
the
been like this whole
understanding, the understanding that he's no use, like trying to just swim back up. That won't like that time taking won't be worth it. So he has to take the opportunity he has now. It's an upward angle. And so he's already hit him once at one upward angle, denting in the armor from the force damage.
Yep.
So he once again takes just a slightly different angle to the exact same damage spot as the force damage kind of splinters the armor, and then the bullet still then sneaks through the chest armor and shatters kind of like his rib cage of like vines and stuff like that. And I did not want this to be lethal either.
By the nature of this combat, that's not really a thing to be worrying about right
Okay.
now. You
And-
snake the bullet behind the bullet, just like you were saying.
And so it kind of shattered, like just the force cracks up his armor, and the bullet just pierces through, and it's just kind of like a 22 in a sense, how it kind of then turns the inside into a blender. From the force of it hitting, it splinters once it hits and splinters into him.
Just ricochets around and all right.
But also, Brandon, did you just pull a Jujutsu Kaisen? Right? Isn't that like the whole like the forces in front.
Oh, pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Yuji's
Yeah,
divergent
yeah.
fist.
All right. Suddenly, kind of with that sickly green light, as you like shatter and render this guy, you see that light start to shine and appear outwards, and a sickly green light washes over the entire party. Momentarily later, you all wake up. You're on the shore of the lake. There's a small green fire crackling in a hearth. There is a tent for each of you set up. You find yourself sleeping in them. Beautiful silken sleeping bags, kind of very fine type things. You awaken, each of you with half your hit points. You can see kind of some of the bandaging and some of the places where you kind of got fucked up a little bit.
Half the
and
damage shield, or just at half?
at half.
Okay.
At half health.
What if I wasn't down to half health yet?
Then you're just where you were.
Okay.
You take damage down to hell.
I would actually only take 1 damage to
Same,
get down to half
same,
health,
same.
but you know.
All right. But yeah, you wake up in this camp that has been made for you. And as you kind of look around, there is a dome of magical force put above you. Think Liamon's tiny hut, but bigger and blown up. You kind of look around. The knight isn't anywhere to be seen. Sitting by the fire, however, is a set of green armor and the spear he had been carrying.
Can I go cast Identify?
Sure. Which one are you identifying first?
I'll do the armor first.
All right.
I identify with my hands on the spear.
So are you just grabbing the spear first? Is what I'm hearing. Okay. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Kurin, you grab the spear, and as you do, kind of in that same silky green canvas that the tent is made of, you see a green standard flowing down from the top of the spear, kind of unraveling. Kurin, go ahead and give me a history check, as this is druidic in nature. And Calgus, this is druid plate mail.
I'm like, that's gotta be fucking good for Kyle.
Interesting.
I have fucking unarmored defense.
Are you fucking serious right now?
I'm not fucking kidding you right now. That's the roll that I fucking nat on.
I'll get you some more information on that.
Yes.
Putting your hands on this standard, Kyle, Kurin realizes that this is a standard, like some of like your druidic teachers have talked about. It is called the Standard of the Green. It's a magic item that imbues people in a radius with it has a couple of different magic abilities. You can the laden magic is it's a +3 spear. So it's a +3 spear. But if you plant this in like a base and you let the magic take hold for a month, it does something different. It kind of revitalizes and helps people heal near it. And if you sunder it, it has a more powerful magical effect.
It's time to plant it in our backyard.
And sunder it is you break the spear.
Yeah.
Like little asparagus.
So hear my thought process out here real quick, right? You said it might have an aura effect, right?
Yeah.
When I wild shape, I can choose what gets wild shaped with me as far as equipment. So I could just fucking still have it like on my wild shape if I figure out a way. That's have a fucking aura too.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
Big brain.
What about my druid
Big
plate?
brain.
So the druid plate is plate armor designed for specifically druids. With the identify spell, you essentially come to the conclusion that this armor could be worn by anyone who doesn't have DM to player plate mail proficiency. Essentially, it's an armor for casters or people who would not normally be able to wear plate, despite being like looking like plate mail. It's light as a feather. Calgus, if even you're not even sure it's possible, but it seems lighter than mithril.
Interesting.
And it just seems to be made of like different plants and leaves and all woven together, but strong as steel.
Does it give you vulnerability to fire damage, or no?
Excellent question. It does give you vulnerability to fire damage.
Interesting. There it is.
I'm a fairy.
Hang on,
Leaves
I'm
would
playing
look
the fun
pretty
game
on
of
me.
gunshots and fireworks. One moment.
Oh, it's my favorite
Um,
game.
Heck yeah, gunshots and
Interesting.
fireworks, and my front door's open, so I'm gonna go close it.
Okay.
Cool.
I-
Is there anything else that we?
There
I'm part of
is.
the healing. Sorry, right? Just want to make sure.
What'd you say?
I'm part of the healing thing, right? Like I'm good.
Yes, you're awake.
Okay,
Yep.
good. Just want to make sure.
That being said, Miko, when you awaken, there are 2 bone dice pressed into your hand, and a small parchment that says, "We'll be playing soon."
Oh no! What have I done?
Everything comes
Um,
with a cost, Mika.
Oh no! What have I done?
um,
Oh.
yeah. So there are additionally, there are some like provisions in the center of camp. There's a very nice supper that's been made for you, and if you look around, the forest. Yes, Chelsea.
Did we get a long rest?
Yes, you do all gain the benefits of a long rest.
Thank
Okay, thank you.
God.
I just for spells, I was just like curious. I burned
Okay.
a lot. That
One of the effects of this place is also in 4 hours you gain the effect of a long rest. So
nice.
Nice.
I'm saying as you guys are kind of chilling, identifying and stuff, those 4 hours pass. It seems like you guys were maybe unconscious for a little bit. It is dawn the next day. But it doesn't seem like this magical area is dissipating.
Can I also identify the spear too?
Yep. Okay. You learn kind of what you learned before. Spear of the standard of the green. Excuse me. Spear with a flag on it. So the aura effect has the ability. People cannot, your allies rather, cannot be frightened or charmed while within a 40-foot radius of you.
40.
Mhm. Additionally, as a reaction, 3 times a day, you can have an ally or yourself heal 1 hit point.
Oh, that's super nice.
Oh.
Someone's down, just bam, you're up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually insane.
The standard effect, like planting it in your base, it's hard to get a precise read on it because it seems like it do a lot more. Like essentially, like you're trying to identify precisely what it does, and it seems like there's a fucking block wall of text on it. But if you plant it in your base, essentially people will heal faster, and injuries will not be as grievous. And then if you sunder it, it seems like you will summon the Green Knight.
Oh, so like in a
Do or die.
we're going like we need to
If we all go down, fuck it, we gotta try it, kind of thing.
But it would take an action to sunder the spear.
Yeah.
And you lose the spear.
Correct.
That's
Damn.
in case
Blessing of
anyone
the
was
Green
wondering,
Knight.
I did complete the game. Pretty sure gunshots because then I went to go close the window on my kitchen door and it just it's okay. It was just 2 and it's done. So hopefully it's all good. They were far away. They were far away. We're good.
but that is where we are going to wrap up session for tonight.
Holy shit.
I sent this
Mhm.
Snapchat to Brandon. I rolled all 3 of my death saves. Just in case combat went that long, because I didn't know how long it was going to go. I rolled a 5, followed by a 1, followed by a 13.
Listen, me going from a nat 20 to a
was
nat
like-
1 was
Alright.
fucking ridiculous. I can't make that shit up if I tried. It's the perception checks. I think through like 3 or 4, like anywhere from 3 to 5 times now. I have rolled a nat 1 on perception checks, Mason. 3
Yeah.
to 5 times. That is averaging almost 1 per game or per session. I'm over it.
Yeah, it just is what it is. All right, guys. Well, I had a lot of fun at session tonight. Question, comments, major moral dilemmas.
I'm having a moral dilemma with this fucking bone dice. Jesus Christ.
Based. So we didn't get anything else besides the sword, the spear, and the armor, right?
The spear and the armor.
Not to sound ungrateful. That sounded ungrateful.
You're okay. Additionally, this glade seems like it's somewhere you could come back to gain the benefits of a long rest for a 4-hour period. But yes, just those 2 items. You do also know if you scrap the tents and sold them, you could probably make a cool 500 gold
Per or total?
total.
Okay, I was gonna say.
It's a lot of silk.
I don't think we do that, right? I don't think we. I wouldn't assume that we could just take them. Like as a character, I don't think Calgus would assume that he could take them.
Roll me an insight check if you want.
I can't believe you gave me 5 fucking seconds to choose,
there-
you bastard. You know I don't do well under pressure. You are a dick. I want to cry.
16.
You have
16.
caused me permanent damage.
with a 16, the armor was left, the standard was left. It seems like everything here, the provisions were left for you. Everything here is yours to do with as you see fit.
Is there anything here that I could, like, do I have any knowledge that, like with my family saying, make the political gains, so like,
Yeah.
This seems like a pretty big thing as far as like the Green Knight and to have beaten the Green Knight and to become, what did he call the people who?
So he just said you would be blessed by the green, protectors of the green.
Protectors of the Green.
Mhm.
Like, is there anything to like, you know what I mean? That could.
Sure. Aside from the standard, there's not. Additionally, like the people who rolled the religion checks, like this is pretty niche. Like, your family might have some understanding of some of these going-ons and the political ramifications of like defeating a hero. But this was not killing a hero in combat to take his mantle. It doesn't seem like that's how the Green Knight works.
Yep. I was curious.
I thought that maybe it's a one-time thing. Maybe just a little. No, I should have known better. You set that shit up, didn't you? Because you were talking about the dice earlier. You motherfucker. You make me want to cry.
The DM
Mason's
planning
setting
our
something up?
downfalls?
Mason would never.
Oh, Mason, don't you dare, you motherfucker.
Sidebar. Does this plate mail, Mason, does it give disadvantage on stealth?
No.
Still. Interesting.
Listen, I'm a little fairy.
What's
There's little
your
leaves on
AC?
Mine 16.
You don't get it then. Sorry.
Brandon just
My
asking
AC
all
is
the right
12.
questions because I literally forgot everything about my item. Oh, and once per day it gives you the ability to use a woodland camo.
Damn.
You can
So you just
you
blend
can
into
essentially
it.
try to hide when you're lightly obscured.
Nice.
Mhm.
I mean, Vina, you can. I have a 15 AC. So you only have a 12, right?
Correct.
As long as you want to
Oh,
be
yeah.
vulnerable to fire damage. That would be the only thing. 18 AC, but vulnerable to fire damage.
Hey, that's why I
mean-
take it, and then I hit level 3 barbarian, and then I'm resistant to everything while I'm raging, except for psychic damage. Fuck
But what's
sake.
your AC, Kyle?
16.
Yeah, again, you don't need it.
I have the same AC as you.
I'm not
Yeah.
wearing armor.
Unarmored defense.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
I'm doing this without armor.
Well, it's 8 plus, or is it 10 plus Dex plus
It's
Con?
10 plus Dex Con, yeah.
Oh, it's because you're a druid and like shapeshifting and shit.
Barbarian.
Barbarian.
Well,
Barbarian.
no, but like, are you not wearing armor because of the druid part of it? Or...
No, so it's
Oh.
called unarmored defense. I can't gain
Oh.
like I get that from not wearing armor. Period.
So
Got it. Okay.
normally people's armor, like people's AC without armor is going to be there is 10 plus dexterity. Since Kyle's a barbarian, he gets 10 plus dexterity plus his constitution.
Mhm.
Jesus.
Monks have a very similar thing where they have it's dex
That's
and wisdom.
Yeah.
Oh, so
That's
I have
why.
high ass armor because I have high ass dexterity. Word.
Yeah, you're wearing stud
Plus
leather
your like
armor.
leather armor, whatever it
Yeah,
is.
you're
Because
wearing
like if
stud
you think
leather.
about you have more of the dexterity to be able to like dodge,
Dodge
and
and
weave.
weave.
Yes.
It's
I'm
not
Yeah, he
about
just
it's not
has-
about withstanding a hit. It's about like
true.
avoiding the hit.
Yes.
Where he has
Fair.
the armored defense of
Yeah.
just being able to like you hit me, I don't give a
Okay.
fuck
Absorb,
about
just
you.
Yeah.
like
Yeah. I'm gonna
Fair.
keep going. Fuck you.
And the monk is like, I have the wisdom to understand how you were attacking and how
I
I,
have
can.
the
Yeah.
and
I have
the
the
like
inner
the
clarity,
energy
the
and the
inner-
yeah.
The
Got it.
tomato example is my favorite thing.
Oh
for
yeah, it says
fighting
yes, yes, yes,
fast.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Is like intelligence is to know that tomatoes are a fruit, but wisdom is to know to not put them in a fruit salad.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yes.
that's
And then
And then-
charisma is the ability to sell
Thank you.
that fruit salad.
Yes.
it's salsa, and if you have that thought, you're a bard.
Oh my god. What have I gotten myself into? I'm equal parts intrigued and terrified because
Hi there.
you know what though? You know what? I'm gonna
Mhm.
use this to my advantage. Usually I
Yep.
roll pretty shit. So if I
Yep.
just keep rolling shit and I just keep rolling that once, I
Well-
can just go lower.
Yeah, if you roll
Wait.
high or low, it's higher or lower. So
What happens if it's a tie? Fuck.